Good morning, everybody. Hey, TGIM, it's Monday, and we have some amazing news that is breaking as of, I think, the middle of yesterday, but 6:46 at I-45, the underpass, it's not an overpass anymore, the underpass is open. I used it this morning.
I have seen so many comments about it all day long. Like, I saw Angie Mertens, who is doing a show here at KHEA Radio called Riding the Wave with Angie and Kelly. She was like, it was like midnight, driving underneath the bridge, taking a picture, snapping a picture. I'm like, that's kind of over the top.
No,
but
it's not. Okay. She lives right there. You know, she lives in that 646 Leak City area.
Yes.
And for that to be open again, it's a game changer. You know, it's been closed. It doesn't even feel like it was that long, but I'm sure it does feel like it was long to the people that had to change their commute, the people that own the businesses that's right there. But I'm excited because I used it this morning. I shaved off like at least, 15 minutes of my work commute. I didn't have to use Highway 3 this morning, but I felt like it wasn't busy at all because people had to explore different ways to get to their destination. So I think that the closure was a good thing because now people are not going to be like, oh, 646. They're going to be like, oh, Highway 3, I'm going to go, this back way or go around. So we'll see.
Somebody was complaining, I don't know who it was, but they were like, oh, now I can finally get back to going to Chick-fil-A. I can go to Target. I'm like, literally, it's an extra 5 minutes out of your day to go around down to 517 and then back up.
Dude, if you're heading south, man, it's a hassle. And plus, last night, I was heading home, and they had I-45 North down to, one lane. And for me, man, I was like, I wish I would have went the back way. Like, even 146, Highway 3, but we ended up getting off at Hughes Road, like Holland Hughes over there by Buc-ee's. And I'm heading north, right? And then took Hughes Road to Highway 3. Right. And all those other people that don't have that back way, let's say they're trying to get to Clear Lake, they have to sit in that. Or they don't know about that Highway 3 little thing. But I used to live over there years ago.
Brittany said, LOL, way more than 5 minutes. Russ said, miracles.
Tell him, Brittany.
Miracles still happen. Miracles can happen. It's early. Here's the best part is you guys were supposed to deal with this until September. And it's July. July 1. Miracle.
Yeah, miracles. I believe in miracles, and I see them every day.
I believe in miracles.
They're all around us. And we got 5 seconds. We're going to go on the FM right now. Here we go. Good morning. This is KHEA Radio 99.5 FM. This is Kickstart. I'm Gardy.
And I'm Curt.
It is 8:41 on a Monday, and we're believing in miracles this morning because 646, the underpass, it's open. It's brand new.
Open.
Dude, it's shiny. I'm telling you, there is something about it. It is beautiful, pristine, clean. There's nothing like a brand new road being laid.
I'm sure there's a lot of businesses who are jumping for joy. I saw there was a post on I-45 now where they were talking to people who were getting excited about 646, and the guy was like, I'm going to jump for joy. And he goes, you know what? I'm actually going to jump for joy, and actually jumped on the camera. I thought it was pretty unique and funny for someone to be jumping like that. But people are excited about this opening. They're able to go to Target. They're able to go to Chick-fil-A.
The
arms room is now over there.
We were going to stop in the other day. Remember, we were going south. Oh, I wanted to go to Best Buy to pick up a little cable, right? And then I wanted to stop at the arms room, and we're heading south from Burger Nation. And it was like, dude, we have a meeting at this time. This is going to throw us I don't know what's going to happen. My mind was exploding. But now that exit and underpass is open, dude, it's a game changer. I can go to Target, get my popcorn, go to Best Buy, I can get my cables, I can go to the arms room during lunch, and then go have some Target practice, and life is good again.
Margaret brings up a really good point, and I think they done goofed. Who was the contractor? Awesome job. Their phone is gonna be blown off the hook. They're gonna be like,
Who's the contractor?
Who's the contractor? We need these contractors to finally fix all of Imagine if the contractors who did this did the Baybrook Mall area that took 5-6 years to get done. It's like, we did this in 2 months. Take that, Baybrook, area.
Yeah, those construction workers, I mean, they work hard. They work hard. They do. Why are you laughing?
I was thinking about that post that I saw in the talk group with
Talk
the
of
guy.
League City?
Yeah, it was Talk of League City, and they had a picture of the contractor or the construction worker. I don't think that was a legit construction worker.
I thought that was you. They had a construction worker, and he didn't have a shirt on, but he just had the safety vest. And
right.
He looked like he belonged in as a model for Abercrombie and Fitch or something, and he just put a vest and a hard hat on, and they were like, oh, oh, these, shout out to our hardworking construction workers up and down I-45. And in the comments, people are like, should we tell them? Should we tell them? Nah, just let them have their fun. Let them have their day. Right? Okay, so before I worked for AT&T, I worked for AT&T contractor, and that's what I did before I came here, right?
Right.
And that construction from Beltway all the way to Baybrook Mall, they would call in these locates. It's 811, call before you dig. And I know your dad used to be a utility locator as well.
Right.
So my job was for AT&T. I would go out and stake, mark these lines, mark the fibers, so that way these construction people that are tearing up the roads weren't going to cut everybody out of service, cut everybody out of internet. There's hospitals, there's businesses. If their stuff goes down, who are they looking at? They're looking at, everybody's like, hey, who cut the AT&T line? It's like, well, it wasn't me, but I was supposed to mark it, right? But I'm telling you, what they would do, they would say, hey, start at Beltway 8, go south on both sides with a 5-mile radius heading all the way to Bay Area Boulevard. And I'd read the ticket, and I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. Like, what? You expect me to do what? But it's hard work. There's a lot that goes into it. So for those guys to get done ahead of schedule, and it's open. I'm thankful.
Do you think the construction workers at Baybrook are like, well, ours is better? And they're like, yeah, but it took you 6 years.
Yeah.
Man.
Well, there's a lot more going on. There's a lot more going on over there. They had to, I think, expand the roads even more, and a lot of businesses had to close, so they had to wait for them to be able to move, and I don't know, but
the people in Baybrook are like, yeah, we set up the foundation. We did it first.
The routine. We got the routine going.
You got the routine,
right?
Yeah. So 646 is now open. We're super excited. Everyone's excited. Drop a fun emoji if you're super excited. I'm excited.
I'm going to say drop an excited emoji. I don't even know what that looks like, but pick one.
Pick one.
If you're listening on 99.5 FM, go check out all those businesses around 646. Show them some love. Maybe the ones that you haven't been able to get to prior to today.
And now, you think maybe they worked really super hard so that they could enjoy the 4th of July? They're like, honey, I'm done. I can finally celebrate 4th of July. I work harder when I know that there's a holiday coming up.
That's true.
Because I want to get it done so I can enjoy. So I'm not sitting at home during the 4th of July.
Wait, you don't work hard all the time?
No.
What, dude?
It's only when the holiday's coming up,
hey,
right?
So I was doing a questionnaire the other day, and it asked me, what do you do in your time to relax? What do you do when you're not working and you're trying to relax? I asked my wife. She's like, sleep. I'm like, yeah. If I'm not working, I'm sleeping. And that's pretty much the truth. I'm hanging out I'll literally lay on the floor and just let my kids jump on me, and then I'm just halfway asleep. I'm like, oh, hey, just to try and spend, time hanging out with them. If I'm not working, I'm sleeping, and if I'm out of town, I'm thinking about work, and that's the truth.
Yeah, there's a lot that I would do for fun. The 4th of July is definitely a time to enjoy, and it's coming up on Thursday, and we're going to be talking on Wednesday. If you tune back in on Wednesday, we're going to be talking about fireworks in your neighborhood. I know that's a hot button issue for a lot of people, but one of the things that I really enjoy is making sure that I have fun. This weekend we were out shooting some fireworks.
Curt, hopefully outside of the city limits.
Outside of the city limits.
Wait,
it was
I need to
technically
see,
the county.
Okay, I need to see some pinpoint,
location?
Yes, dude.
Were you kind of concerned when you saw the pictures on my Instagram?
Usually when I see pictures on your Instagram, I just kind of go a little bit quicker there. Just kidding. But no, you were popping fireworks. But yeah, I need to know. Were you breaking the law?
No.
I'll call 911 right now. And
we
turn
were
you
outside. Don't call 911. By the way,
I got people that are like, "Hey, do you have a tip to turn in on Curt Casper?" People are after you.
Yeah, it was definitely a fun experience this weekend. We were outside of the city limits, and we had the sparklers. But I was kind of perturbed by the sparklers.
Perturbed, huh?
Perturbed.
Okay.
Because they said that they were color sparklers, right?
Okay.
So in my head, when I think of color sparklers,
rainbow,
I think of rainbow, it's going back and forth, coming back,
All right.
And it was just one solid sparkle color, and then some of them didn't even work. I was mad.
But was it blue or red or green?
It was just
solid?
white.
Well, at least it's a color. White's a color.
I was like, why did I sat there and I was like, well, do I get the gold one? Do I get the color one? Or do I get the white one? And I chose the color one, but I got the solid white color.
Was it more expensive?
I hope not. I would have flipped a table or something.
So is white the absence of color, or is that black? Isn't black all the colors put together? And
no,
white
that's
is
white.
Oh,
isn't it? I don't know. I'm not a science
Curt,
person.
how would white be all the colors put together?
Listen, I have 83 IQ. Get off my back.
Okay, but you would have argued that. If you wouldn't have caught it instantly, you'd be like, no.
All right. Yes, I would have argued forever. Here's the fun thing, and we were talking about this before we got on the show, and it was about how women and men
You need to
handle
be
different
careful. You need to be
arguments.
careful when you start talking about the difference between
Listen,
women and men.
okay, so people are salty. People can get salty, right?
Sure.
But if you and I are in a disagreement about something,
Every
like
5
let's say,
minutes.
last Tuesday, you and I wanted to go at each other's throats, right? But we're not holding on to that. We're back to being best friends like 5 minutes later.
Yeah, that's true.
So
Best
I
friend.
got a text. Well, the girlfriend got a text from people yesterday, and they were talking about like not inviting somebody to the party. And I was like, why? Well, because they don't like each other. Girls hold on to arguments way more than guys do.
Is that true, you think? If you're listening on Facebook, if you are watching our video live stream, weigh in the comments. Is that facts or is that kind of misconception? I like to try and get over stuff quickly. If I'm upset by a situation, I distract myself or try and remove myself. If it's bad, I'll disconnect myself from the person, like maybe even permanently.
Right.
Love them from a distance. Like, hey, we can be. It's better for me not to be associated with you for whatever reason. But if it's like a disagreement, hey, we'll squash it, get over it, not even necessarily resolve it, but just forget about it.
I bring this up for a reason, and it's because last night we were talking. We had Ivan Tate in the pulpit last night at Abundant Life Christian Center, KHEA Radio.
He was awesome.
Broadcast live from Abundant Life Christian Center. He was talking about he was doing some blessings and stuff like that. And he said, "Has anybody lost a friend, in their life that they wish that they hadn't lost connection with?" And raise your hand, and I'm going to pray in. I did. I definitely rose my hand.
Who's your friend?
There's friends from like Nebraska and friends from Vermont that I just don't connect with because I live in Texas. And I was thinking like, hey, how cool it is that if you are in a disagreement with somebody, go and make a new friend. You might find someone.
Yeah, I agree. Friendship is a tricky thing to navigate, especially the older that you get. I will say, whenever you're in even elementary school or kindergarten, like everybody's friends. And then, as you get older, there's cliques some people pursue sports, some people pursue music, drama, theater, wrestling. There's all kinds of stuff that people can go and do. And then obviously college, there's friends and they're kind of provided for you as well. And you find where you fit.
I always thought for speaking of college friends, I always thought the friends that I had in college were going to be the friends that I had for a lifetime. And obviously, I don't live in Nebraska anymore, so you create distance, and it becomes hard.
Right. So then it gets really tricky whenever you either become single and you're dating, or you get married. Then do you have other friends that are married, and then they have kids and they don't. So I have kids, and can we be friends? Because what they want to do for fun, they don't want to hang out with my kids. It's a really interesting thing, and I feel like that's why church. Community, getting involved in community events. Like we were at an event this past Saturday, Hurricane Huddle that the city of Lamarck was putting on.
Yeah.
Spreading awareness and being involved in stuff like that. That's a good way to connect and be a part of your community and gain friendship, even with people in leadership, but also, not just being at church, which church is great as well to try and build those friendships.
It was really cool. I was over at Dear Mr. Donut Man before the event, and two of the Lamarck police officers were there. The gentleman who was in the video, the This Is Lamarck video, do you remember his name?
Which one?
The one who was in This Is Lamarck video?
The police officer?
Yes.
There was several.
The one who voiced it.
Oh, his last name starts with an H. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. He was there, and he was like, hey, that video turned out really good. And we sat and talked for like 5 minutes and had a conversation in the gas station. And people were like walking around, like looking around, like, what's going on? Like, is he in trouble? Is he in trouble?
Y'all should have been talking, and he had your hand like, okay, hands on the hood, Kurt. Hands on the hood, behind the back.
Handcuffed in. I'm like, yeah, so tell me that video was pretty good, right?
Make it look like I'm working right now. So that was an awesome event.
Yes.
And there was plenty of police officers. And I was talking before the show went on. I was like, man, if I ever get pulled over and if it's in the city,
are you
of Lamarck,
okay to say this? Like, can you actually say? Okay,
I hope if I ever do get pulled over, I hope it's just one of my friends being like, oh, hey, there's Gardy, stopping like, hey, whoop, whoop, hey, how you doing? I'm like, oh, I'm doing great, officer. Just wanted to stop and say hi and that you're doing a great job driving, going the speed limit exactly. And I would say, hey, thank you, officer. You know what? Be blessed. Have a good day. We're just going to go spread some more positivity. And they're like, all right, be on your way. Pop, and they hit the car as I drive out.
No one is pulling you over just to tell you, like, good job, you're doing a good job. Like, nice job.
I feel like they should do that. And we talked to the police officers in Texas City, and they were doing that, like, for Christmas time. They were doing that for Christmas and some other events, right? Was that them?
Yes.
Do you remember that?
Yes.
I think that's cool.
Yeah, but I feel like there's a lot of anxiety in terms of getting pulled over.
Yeah.
I get super anxious. I have the most anxious I ever got was when we were actually at I was driving down the Texas City Dike and I got pulled over because I didn't have my registration up to date. So
only like 4 or 5 months out, right?
Anyways, I got it fixed. There was a warning. I got it fixed. It's okay. But I remember there's certain things that police officers do when they feel, that they're in a sticky situation. And I've never seen this done before. I've been pulled over a bunch of times. But they actually touched the back of my car. And I was like, what the heck? And he walked up and he had his hand on his gun. And I was like, I've never seen this before in my life. Like, should I be concerned?
I think that's normal.
But here's the difference, is I had my camera in the back. And it has that long Ronin attachment to it. And so I think maybe you see that out of your corner of your eye and you start to get concerned about it. It was an interesting situation that it's interesting to me.
Yeah, it's interesting to you, but that's reality to a lot of people, and we could get into a sticky subject right here.
I'm staying away from the sticky subject.
So I'm going to go ahead and change the subject, but it's 8:55. We have about 5 minutes. This is KHEAradio.com, 99.5 FM. This is Kickstart. We're going to be on till 11. We're going to be talking about Lighthouse Christian Ministries. We're also going to be talking to our very own Blaine Ochoa, Miss Houston, during that 10 o'clock hour, about everything that's going on and in the pageant world and in Houston in general. But that's pretty cool. Blaine, she came on to KHEA Radio doing a segment talking health and beauty, exercise, and then
we had never knew who she was. It was kind of cool. And I think we got connected to her from the Bay Area Houston magazine, right?
Well, no, it was through Brazilian Drops.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, she came in with Desiree, and she was talking about the beauty in the pageant, and then 2 or 3 weeks later, she won Miss Houston, and we were very taken back, and it was like, that's awesome, way to go, Blaine. And then she had already started her segment here, so it's been a bunch of cool stuff. So I'm sure it's been a wild ride for her. We're gonna learn all about it. It's 8:56. We're gonna talk for a little bit more, take a break, and then bring in our friends from Lighthouse.
Yeah, later on today in the show, we are going to be making the announcements for that Chick-fil-A that we were announcing on Friday. So if you stay tuned to the show, at some point today, we will make that announcement of who those winners are. I think we had 3 winners that we're going to be announcing today. So if you don't know what we're talking about, on Friday's show, we actually asked you to drop a cow emoji, we asked you to like the video, and we asked you to share that video out. And if you did, you were entered to win. So we're going to be making those announcements at some point today, who those winners are.
Okay, one other thing. Here's a huge favor that we need. And we've been asking some people to do this, and I'm actually texting Jennifer Fuller right now, and she did this for us as well. So whenever you go to KHEA Radio's Facebook page, and I know you guys are watching on our Facebook page right now, and maybe you could take a break and go and do that and let us know. But whenever you go to KHEA Radio's Facebook page, there's a list of tabs, like over here at the top, and it says home, about, and then what you do is you hit community. So once you hit that community tab, there is a button that will tell you how many likes that a Facebook page has. There's also this picture of Curt with shaved eyebrows and shaved head that I really enjoy. But if you look down a little bit, there's a spot where it says, hey, invite friends to like KHEA Radio. Invite friends to like this page. All you have to do is hit this button. You invite friends to like this page. Then there's an option where it says, hey, select all. So you can select all your friends. And then it's
you're
just
not
going to
show that page because you have how
many?
There's
some recently reacted to your post hey, yeah, I'll invite him. I don't know this person, but all you have to do is hit that and it'll send out an invite to all your friends. So I did that from my mom's phone yesterday. She was letting my daughter play with her phone, and my daughter was like, whoop, she's 2, throwing it all across the room. And then I picked it up and she was like, hey, something weird's happened to my phone. She called me 2 hours later. I have some 10 friends that have recently sent me a notification, said they like KHEA Radio. I was like, that's weird. That's odd, Mom. She's like, did you do something? I was like, yeah. I invited all your friends to like KHEA Radio.
Seriously, you did?
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. So let us know when you do that. If you're listening on the FM, you're awesome too. Thank you so much for inviting your friends like KHEA on Facebook. It's 8:58. We're going to take a quick break. This is 99.5 FM. Coming up next is House Fires. Yes and amen. This makes me think of Ethan. Where's Ethan at?
Ethan's been gone for a while.
Is he coming back? Intern Ethan.
He told me that he was working for another radio station, and I just cried.
Wow.
Deep deep cried.
We miss you, Ethan. Hopefully you're listening on KHEA Radio or the KHEA Radio app. Man, poor Ethan. Poor us, actually. Nah.
I was fake crying, and I wasn't even on the camera shot. So I was like, dang, I was fake crying for nothing. I've been wanting to do that every once in a while. I'll get Neola's phone, and I've always wanted to go and do that on Neola's phone. But it notifies you when people started accepting your invites.
Which is fine. She'll be. What is she gonna do at that point?
Because I asked her, I'm like, hey, can you do this? And she was like, I don't know about this.
Yeah, no. Remember there was a deal because you had your other Facebook that was for KHEA Radio, and she was like, you can't have two Facebooks.
Right.
Do you remember this? And you were like, okay, that's fine, but could you help me spread some positivity in the community? Do you support positivity in the community? She said yes, and this is a way she can help support that.
Yes.
Does she know? Yeah, Jennifer did it.
Wow. Okay. Well, we're gonna have to do that as well.
All right.
Are you ready for our next guest?
Yeah.
All right. I'll go get him.
So I guess Erica, she's not here yet, but we do have our friend out there. She's waiting. I'm peeking at her from the corner. So let us know. Hey, what do you got going on? VBS was last week. It was awesome. It was called Roar, and we have this little headband thing that we put our tacos. Hey, me and Curt took headshots yesterday. Does anybody want to see them? There's a couple. These are some of my favorites. And we don't have a place to use them yet because we have a Kickstart with Gardy and Curt Facebook page. Well, hey, could you switch to that camera that's closer? Yeah, just to me. That's the one. But I'm going to show y'all some of this. Oh, yeah, I don't know. But anyways, just switch it there, and I'm just going to have a line in the middle of my head, which I don't even care. So what do y'all think about this? Hey, shout out to our friend Lauren. She came and got those. That's one photo. And look, if I do this right, I'm going to try and line up the line in between us. Perfect. Right. So we shot these yesterday at Abundant Life after church, and here's another one. So it's just us smiling, being happy, and sometimes people have asked us, do you all have headshots? I'm like, no, we don't have headshots. Do you all have professional photos? No, we don't have professional photos. But now we have something that we could potentially send for somebody. So, hi.
Hello, how are you?
Pretty good. What's your name? Marissa.
Were you trying to divide the picture on the division? Oh my gosh, it's still up.
I know, it's fine. I asked him to do that. I kind of like the line. It just helps me stay level. No, I was trying to show a picture off, and we were goofing. So what's up, Marissa? How are you doing today?
Good.
That's good.
A little nervous.
Don't be nervous. It's all good.
She was out there just pacing back and forth.
Yeah.
Just going. She was
No,
going
she
crazy.
wasn't. I saw her sitting down in the chair. So is everything good?
I need that camera shot. I need to get rid of that graphic.
Just do it, Curt.
All right. That camera shot looks good.
Perfect. So,
Perfect.
So Marissa, we're going to be before we get into this, and we may wait for Erica because she's coming, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know how late she runs. So.
Uh-oh. She sent them, you're running a little, pretty late, actually, when you have to send the, wait, I see somebody.
There she
Hey,
is.
look who it is. She's not late.
How did she want to get
She's
Wow,
here.
I'm actually surprised.
That's funny. Hello.
Greeting.
Good morning.
Good
How are
morning.
you?
I'm good.
You're pretty much on time. You didn't even have to send anything.
Oh, goodness.
If it's 20 minutes late, then you're just hey, I'm running late.
Well, I didn't know because last night at 11, my husband's like, oh, did you know they changed the practice schedule from 8:30 to 9? I'm like, no.
I
that
did
would've
not
been-
know that. But
would've
you know
been
what they
good to
did?
know.
What else they did? That's not related to the practice schedule. 646 the underpass is open,
Praise the Lord.
which I feel is shaving off some time, making everybody's life just a little bit better.
Yes, I drove on it, and it was beautiful.
See?
Beautiful.
That's what I'm talking about. So we're going to be talking about
So
Lighthouse.
isn't Marissa amazing?
Well, we barely had her sit down,
Yeah.
but so far, so yes. I'm going to have to agree with you.
She was pacing back and forth. She was so nervous.
I actually thought you were sending me alone on this. So when you were like, I'm late, I was like, oh, sweet.
Okay. Well, I don't want to. You're the talker. I talked enough the last time.
Got it.
All right. Hey, if you're watching on Facebook, feel free to share this out. If you have any questions, let us know. After this song, we got about 3 minutes left. We're going to go on the FM as well. We'll keep it going on Facebook. And we appreciate you guys tuning in. So Lighthouse Christian Ministries. We had Erica in before, and then we had the opportunity to attend the gala, which was awesome. Our first gala ever. And now I want to go back till forever.
I feel like
we have another one.
We haven't been able to talk to her about the gala yet, and how awesome and crazy it was to have the DJ and have it was like the soundless dance.
Yeah, he's like minister, DJ, entertainment, comedian. I was like, I want to see this guy's business card because he does a little bit of everything.
He's amazing. So he's a worship pastor.
Okay.
At Clear Creek Community Church.
See, okay, worship pastor makes more sense because I do music too, and I was like, man, if this guy's like, if he's bringing the word plus DJing, like that's cool.
Yeah, so he's going to make a special appearance at Kids Days.
Yeah,
so
we're going to do silent disco at Kids Days, so he's going to come in and make a party for the kids.
So if somebody doesn't know what silent disco is, what is it?
You basically have headphones handed out to everyone. They have 3 different stations, so each light on the headphone represents a different station. And so in one corner of the room, you might have people doing kung fu fighting, and then in the other side of the room, you might have a group doing YMCA. So you kind of just gravitate towards who has the same station as you.
Yeah.
Was it your idea? I feel like it was your idea.
It was absolutely not my idea. I did not. I was questionable on it.
Yes.
Everyone was questionable on it.
Really? Was that the first time y'all done that?
Yeah. So I have a program team that I work with that's been doing the gala with me for several years now. And they're all worship and arts guys. And so they had seen it done at a high school camp and saw how much fun it was. And they were like, this would be really fun. And I was very skeptical until I was skeptical through the very end until it was successful. But I went on to a Facebook feed of executive directors from nonprofits all over the world, really. And I said, hey, has anybody ever done this? And one lady chimed back and she was like, we did this 4 years ago and they won't let me do anything but that now.
All right.
So I thought, well, okay, if this, because we have a very diverse crowd, but I don't think there was one person in the room. Even some people that didn't want to necessarily participate through the headsets were able to just kind of enjoy the people watching because the people watching was just as fun.
People watching was fun.
There is a video out there somewhere of me going like, you are a dancing, and it sounds like super bad. I'm like, please take it down. Please take it down. But it's alive and it's out there forever.
Okay, we got 15 seconds and we're gonna go on the FM and talk about everything. So again, share this video out. If you're watching on Facebook, we're talking to Lighthouse Christian Ministries about some of the cool things they have going on right now. Here we go.
Not okay.
Good morning. This is KHEA Radio 99.5 FM. Right now it's 9:07. This is KHEAradio.com. And this is Kickstart, your new morning routine. My name is Gardy.
And I'm Curt.
And we have some special guests in studio. We have Erica and we have Marissa in from Lighthouse Christian Ministries. So what's going on with you guys? How are y'all doing today?
Good.
Yeah, we're doing great.
We were talking a little bit before we went on the FM about the gala, and especially the dancing, the headphones. Is it called, what did you call it? Disco something?
Silent disco.
Is that what it's called? Silent disco?
Yeah.
It was really neat. I had never been a part of anything like that before. Silent disco, everybody has a different color on their headphones. You can switch it, and then you dance. I'm not a dancer, but I was dancing.
Yes.
So I'm sure that was entertaining. Kurt's he's definitely a dancer, but he's
And a
not good
singer.
at it.
And a singer, I hear.
You are a dancing queen. Sounds spot on, right?
Oh,
was fun.
yeah.
It was
that's
fun.
perfect.
So what is Kids Day? Kids Day is coming up. Can you tell us a little bit about what's happening, why you guys are in here today to kind of talk about the awesome stuff that you guys are doing?
Yeah, so Kids Days is actually a free month-long kids camp for our community. It started about 6 years ago, and it originally started just to fill the gap between Dickinson summer feeding program and then when school actually started. So there's a big need for food accessibility in our community. We are kind of a food desert, as you would say. Really, our only stores are gas station stores. So we saw a great need with feeding the kids in the community. And so it kind of started as just kind of breakfast, lunch with a Bible story, and now it's just blown up into a month of special guests, field trips, Bible stories, and activities. So it's a lot of fun.
Has it started? When does it start?
It starts July 8th, so next Monday.
And can you stress or let us know why is this so important? You mentioned a little bit about kids. There's a gap. Where maybe they get food at school and they get good meals, and that doesn't happen like otherwise, or.
Yeah, transportation is a huge issue in our community. So the kids are kind of just.
They're stuck at home.
They're stuck at home. I mean, their parents don't have a car, so for the summer they're at home, and so we wanted to create a way not only to fill that gap for food, but also for them to have some relational time, some time with fellowship. And what I love about Bay Cliff is the spirit of authenticity. They know that the struggle can be real sometimes, but they're so, I think, graceful about it.
Wow.
So Lighthouse is located in Bay Cliff, and if you don't know much about Bay Cliff, it's an unincorporated area of Galveston County. So it doesn't have city rec departments. It doesn't even have a library. It doesn't have any YMCA, Boys and Girls Club. So you think about Bay Cliff and San Leon as a community, and that's the primary area that we serve just because that's where we're located. There's just a lack of resources there, especially for kids in the summer. I mean, I look at my kids growing up, and summer's hard. It's hard as a mom and as a family to keep your kids excited and entertained for 3 months. We're just now coming up on the 4th of July, and I can't tell you how many times I hear bored in one day. And so this is really just an opportunity for us to invest in the kids in our community and give them something to be excited about. Dickinson has some great programs. Dickinson
ISD?
Yes, ISD. Thank you. Dickinson ISD has some great programs for the month of June, some recreational programs and things like that. And then really 4th of July comes, and that's kind of when a lot of that stops. And so this is just kind of was created to kind of bridge that gap and to help families have something that the kids could be excited about and have some fun with during the summer.
So what ages are the kids going to be that are going to be attending this kids camp?
So it's in 2018 they should have completed K through 6th grade. 5th grade. So we're looking for 6-year-olds all the way up to 11.
Okay, and it gives them something to do. I have 2 kids, and I understand keeping them busy because the house gets small,
Right.
really quick, and you're always looking for fun stuff to do. And this is an opportunity for some local kids to have a fun time and be able to learn and do something good.
I'm not a parent, but it sounds like all of these things that happen, like VBS, kids camp, all these things are just to kick the kids out of the house so you can go back to having your household. Is that right?
Is it?
I can't really speak on that.
I would say it's no and yes. So,
like,
I mean, you think about, especially as a parent, you think about, okay, well, how much time do you really want your kids sitting in front of a TV and playing video games? And in
Right.
Houston, in the heat, there's not, unless you have a great swimming pool, that's another option. But other than that, it's a struggle to look for things unless you're, I guess, a millionaire and can afford to take your kids every day to the Children's Museum or some of these other great things that we have in our community. But it gets very, very expensive very, very fast.
You know, I will say this to kids who, if you have a kid who's listening right now, play as much video games as you can as you're young, because when you get old, all you want to do is play video games, and then you have a boss like Gardy who makes you work all the time and you can't. So
That's probably true. I played video games as a kid, but there was a balance, also going outside and, and doing like church activities and some other stuff. It's a good balance.
I did not have good balance. I was constantly playing video games.
So here's the other challenge that we experience in Bay Cliff and San Leon. There really aren't any VBSs anymore. There used to be several, but a lot of the churches in that area are small. And so, those kids, if you think about like I said, that community, and there's just a lack of access. So it's one thing if you have a family that has 2 vehicles that can, drive to the League City Library or the Dickinson Library and participate in some of those programs, or drive across town to the community swimming pool. But many of our families don't have that privilege. If they have a car in their family, they have one car, and that car usually goes with a working parent to work during the day. So the families are kind of stuck at home. The other thing is, we offer a transportation system to get the kids to and from camp from the Bay Cliff and San Leon communities. We have a On Point Transportation, which is a community business that has partnered with us the last 3 years to provide that service so that kids that otherwise wouldn't be able to participate because they couldn't walk there can come and participate. So that's a pretty amazing service.
Plus, y'all are kind of tucked away, and it's not like you can just, gas money. Like thinking about that all the time, like, hey, I'm going to go all the way to Galveston, or I'm going to go to the League City Library. It's a little bit of a trek, for sure, and that adds up whenever you are trying to look after your money, raise a family.
Right.
So
yeah, and I'll add on to that because it's not even financially getting out of Bay Cliff. It's even transporting within Bay Cliff. I had a little 6-year-old girl come up to me. We have a big family night at the very end of the camp, and she said, my mom only has $4. I don't think we'll be able to make it to the family night. And that's what I see in a lot of these kids. They have to grow up really fast, and they're exposed to financial issues very young. And so they do grow up fast. And so part of this month is just to let them be kids. And it's truly, we took a field trip to the wildlife bayou last year. And some of them, that was their first time. I mean, they go to school back and forth, but they don't get to go out of Bay Cliff or San Leon.
Wow.
Bay Cliff and San Leon, it's kind of interesting when you're driving through the area. You have $1 million homes, and then like literally like a step away, it's like there's a home that doesn't. You can definitely tell is a little run down. Which is different from most of the surrounding communities. I've only ever seen that like in New York, where you have like $1 million home, and then right next to it is something that's not.
Right.
And it's kind of interesting to me to see that because you have gated communities everywhere else where the $1 million homes are, but Bay Cliff and San Leon is not. Does that make it difficult?
It does. So that's one of the unique aspects of living in an unincorporated area is there's no zoning. And so one of the battles that we used to fight pretty regularly that it seems to kind of have died down over the last couple of years is illegal gaming facilities. So if you used to stand on the porch of Lighthouse Christian Ministries and you looked out, you could count about 8 illegal gaming facilities within the, quick vicinity. And so that's where you see the kind of that disparity of $1 million homes and rundown trailer parks or RV parks, really, where people are living.
So with that area being unincorporated, like what other, like struggles, or is there any benefits that come with that? Or is it mainly just like, man, we could get more funding if we were?
So the benefits is lower taxes. But then you think about, so we are very fortunate with both Bay Cliff and San Leon. They have amazing volunteer fire departments. But as far as there's no city police, so it's all under county. And again, we're lucky we have a great county sheriff's department. But but their territory, if you think about Galveston County and how big it is very it's very big. So no city resources like parks and recreation, libraries, those types of things. So those are some of the real I guess there's the negatives. That's where, as a taxpayer, you think that's part of what my taxpayer money goes to. And so if you live in an unincorporated area, that's why your taxes are a little bit lower because they don't have those types of resources.
Right now, it is 9:18. This is KHEARadio.com, 99.5 FM. We're talking to Marissa. We're talking to Erica from Lighthouse Christian Ministries. We were able to attend the gala. Thank you to Travis and Jamie Powell. They own and operate that Chick-fil-A right there at 96 in League City, so shout out to them. That's a great spot. But they invited us as their guests to go and join them at their table, and that was our first opportunity to be introduced to an event that Lighthouse was putting on, which was top-notch. There was a lot of funds raised, and some of those funds are going to make this event possible, right?
Absolutely. Yes, our fundraiser, 100% of the proceeds for our fundraiser go and support the programs that we offer, and Kids Days is one of those programs.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's kind of interesting. For me, I had never heard of Lighthouse Christian Ministries until you came on our show. And I'm good friends with TJ Ald, and TJ was like, "Oh my gosh, like this is one of the greatest organizations in our community, Lighthouse Christian Ministries." I'm so super excited, like, to have what you've been able to do out of Bay Cliff and San Leon is like, he was like, it's amazing, like, Lighthouse Christian Ministries. And so I wanted to say, like, people are saying really good, positive things about what you guys are doing in the community.
Well, thank you. I will say all glory goes to God. He is the provider of our ministry. He's the creator of our ministry. He's the one who has brought all these pieces to come together in beautiful harmony. So praise be to God for that.
Yeah. So what is the overall vision, like the mission? Like, what is everything about, just of the entire Lighthouse organization?
I'll speak kind of my heart towards Kids Days. I want to see families transformed. A lot of these kids kind of fall into the family cycles, the generational curse of not knowing anything outside of Bay Cliff, not having dreams. And so I want our next generation to feel empowered to break the cycle and to go home and transform their families. And I saw that last year was my first year at Kids Days, and I saw how they would go home, and, family night, all the families come together, and you could see and hear the stories of how the kids would come home and share the good news and share the gospel. So my heart is truly for our community to be transformed, which is also kind of our mission.
Yeah. So our vision at Lighthouse is thriving neighbors and neighborhoods. So we want to see Bay Cliff transformed from the inside out. I mean, we want to see it flourish. And our mission and the way we do that is what we call our mission is building relationships through service to shine Christ's love and hope in our community. So it's our hope that everyone in our community recognizes that they're part of making our community thrive. And, and God has given us so many gifts and talents that he wants us to share with our neighbors and our neighborhoods. And so that's really kind of why we believe that together we can make a difference. And so, Kids Days and every program that we have is filled with volunteers from our community, with volunteers from our churches, businesses, partners that help make it successful.
Marissa, you mentioned a couple things that stuck out. One, you said that sometimes the kids are forced to grow up a little bit quicker, than an average kid gets to, play and not worry about some of these issues with money and some other things. And then you also mentioned how y'all are hoping to break the cycle.
Right.
Do you think those kids being exposed to some issues that other kids aren't, and being forced to grow up quicker, can they use that to their advantage, or is that going to be something that can potentially hinder them, that y'all are going to help, work them through it?
That's a tough question. I think it can do both. The fact that they had to grow up so fast, they kind of are exposed to the world. They have to learn and adapt. And I think that's what's beautiful about Kids Days is we're giving them the hope to do that. We're giving them the message to do that. But it also kind of creates this anxiety that they constantly have to live through in their life.
Worrying about money, or worrying about family stuff or transportation. And so is there anything y'all can do just to be like, how do you get those kids to not focus on those things? Be like, yes, this is reality, but there's a life outside of here, and if you go to school, study, and do that kind of stuff, then you can break that and do whatever you want to. Just have to work towards it. Like, how do you do that? You just have to keep putting that positive message in there.
Yeah, I think a lot of what we do, not only at Lighthouse but for Kids Days, is it's all about building relationships. A lot of the families are not complete. A lot of step parents and everything that kind of go in and out of their lives. So to have a whole month to build relationships where the kids know that Susie is going to come back, every Tuesday to see them. they start opening up about stuff that you wouldn't normally think that they do.
Yeah. So, okay, let's see. It's 9:23. We're talking to Lighthouse Christian Ministries about everything that's going on in Kids Days. You know, Kids Days is coming up. You said July 8th. Is that correct? Okay. And what time is that going to be starting?
Every day it's from 8:30 to 12:30. So they come and receive breakfast, but they also get lunch.
Awesome. Very cool. And what else is coming up? Because there's Kids Days in the summer, and I think y'all stay pretty busy year-round.
Oh, we do. We do. So one Friday a month we have a senior social. So that we just had that on Friday. They had a big fish fry.
Ooh.
And that's another opportunity. So just like, Kids Days is kind of focused on the kids in our community, we also have a large population of seniors that are just kind of isolated. And, the one thing with Bay Cliff that's pretty consistent is there's really just a few neighborhoods, and then there's a lot of streets and things like that. But so it's hard sometimes to build that community, and so that's what our senior socials are all about, is building community within our senior citizen population. And they come once a month for fellowship. They get a great meal out of it, and but really it's all about relationships. And so we have a group of volunteers that then work with those seniors. They go above and beyond the call of duty to just really love and encourage those seniors throughout the entire month, help connect them to resources that the seniors may not know are available to them.
Yeah. So we've had some conversation with the Galveston County Food Bank, and they do something where they will take food to people that are homebound. Because you think about the kids, like, okay, there's one car family, there's not anything for them to do. The same thing can be true for senior citizens who maybe can't drive or get to where they need to go. And like you said earlier, in Bay Cliff, where are the grocery stores? If you want to pick up food, there's some awesome restaurants that we enjoy, and then there are the gas stations that will have like bologna and bread, which is great.
I love bologna and
that's
bread.
Is there even like a dollar store? Is there a dollar store or anything like that?
There's a Family Dollar and a Dollar General.
So that would be probably the place to go if you want more options than going to like a gas station. So, but some people probably can't even make that little trip, right?
Right. So we do have, we are partners with the Galveston County Food Bank and the Houston Food Bank. In fact, that's who the Houston Food Bank is, the provider of all of the meals for the summer lunch program. So that's one of our big collaborators. And then the Galveston County Food Bank for Kids Days sends home a kids pack with every kid over the weekend to help kind of bridge that gap. But in addition to our senior programs, we have for our communities in general, we have food distributions that we do with the Galveston County Food Bank. And so we do one in Bay Cliff and one in St. Leon, where families can come and get fresh produce and fresh fruits, vegetables. It's about 40 pounds of food per family, per truck. So we do those on the fourth Saturday of every month in Bay Cliff and on the second Tuesday of every month in St. Leon. And the Galveston County Food Bank, that's one of many amazing services that they provide to our county. So if someone is, a food insecure family, know that those trucks are everywhere in our county twice a day. So
Wow.
There's a calendar on the food bank that you can go and look, and that's a great resource that we have.
Yeah, and I'll touch on the seniors a little bit. A lot of the issue there is, they have their fur babies, because that's kind of the only people they have, not people, but the problem with that is they can't afford rabies shots. And that is the only way that, a Meals on Wheels will deliver. So what happens is what food they do have, they will give to their animals before they eat. And so between not having vaccinations or being selfless towards their animals, it does create some difficulty in making sure that they maintain a healthy way and that they're eating.
Yeah.
Something related with some kids in St. Leon, I would say about a month ago or so, maybe even a month and a half, there was some kids that came in from St. Leon Elementary School with the STEMtastic crew, and they were raising some funds for STEM camp at University of Houston this summer, and it was awesome to see these kids, First of all, the STEM program I think is great. It focuses on some things, and those are all great careers that they can pursue and see if they have a passion for. I think it was like $15,000. This is a lot of money.
It's a lot.
And they were doing these fundraisers. They were working hard for it. And so we were helping them get the message out. Did y'all catch any of those local kids?
Yes, yeah. I heard a lot about it through Bayshore Grill,
Mm-hmm.
Francis. And I so applaud their efforts and all of that. But as a mom, it's so disheartening. It's so disheartening to think that your children can't participate because these camps are expensive.
Yeah.
And so that's one of the hopes that we have with Kids Days. We really offer it at no cost. I mean, we love our families to contribute if they're able, but that's not an expectation for people to participate because we know it's just there are so few dollars to stretch, and we want to make this a very accessible camp.
So can they just be dropped? Do you have to sign up? Is there any kind of, or do you just show up and be like, here, they can have fun? How does it go?
Yeah, they would come to Lighthouse to register, and then from there, I send out kind of our bus stop list, and so they know on the first day, I'll have some signs out to stand by that bus stop, and like I said, On Point has just been such a blessing. So they'll go through Bay Cliff and San Leon and pick up all of our kids.
Marissa, how did you get hooked up with Lighthouse, and what kind of drew you?
know that, yeah.
That's a God story for sure. I started off working in a large church, and I kind of had to take a step back from that. As you know, there's politics everywhere you work, and so I took a step back from that. I helped my family open their horse business, and
What's the horse business? What do you do with horses? Just at least name drop.
So we're Tempe Creek Ranch. We're located in Livingston, and we train and sell performance horses such as barrel horses and roping horses. And then we also do trail rides and carriage rides for the public.
Cool.
So we got that business launched, and I felt the burning on my heart to go back to ministry. And I was looking at all the big cities in Texas, from Dallas to Austin, and there's just nothing. I was like, what am I missing? And so people just kept bringing up the name Seabrook. So I was like, you know what? So I went on Indeed. I typed in Seabrook and Christian, and that was the very first job that popped up. And I saw it had been online for 2 weeks, so I walked away. I was like, there's no way.
Are you from Livingston originally, or where are you from?
Yeah. And so I walked away from the computer, and God wouldn't let it go. So I sent in my resume, and within, I think, 2 or 3 hours, the operations director called me and said, hey, I was just setting up interviews for this job.
Wow.
And so, like I told them, and it can't be truer, is if I were to write out my dream job, it would be everything that I get to do.
So how long ago was it that you, like that interview process, how long have you been here at Lighthouse Christian Ministries?
So I started part-time in 2017 of December, and they hired me full-time last April. So I celebrated my year and kind of got my feet wet with all the programs that I get to do. And so I'm looking forward to expanding onto them and bringing some young life into it. So it's been exciting.
I was going to say Livingston is pretty far away, isn't it?
Yeah, it's 2 hours. And actually, when I first started part-time, just because I knew it was God's calling, I would drive down 2 hours to work part-time at Lighthouse, and it never got old for me because I was just walking in God's will, and the joy that comes from that was just amazing.
When you say ride down, did you mean like the horse?
On the horse?
Yeah.
No, that'd probably take me a day or two, so no, I definitely got it.
But in style.
Yeah.
You could go around all the construction barrels like, giddy up, boy, like you're just going all of. Everybody's like, wow, look at her, and you got your Lighthouse Christian Ministries like swag on.
Yeah.
That would go viral quick.
It would.
Hey, that's a good way to
It's a great idea.
tip for advertisement.
Yeah.
Put a billboard on the back of your shirt.
Yeah.
So is Kids Days something that you head up, or is it, is there multiple things, or is that your favorite event that y'all have so far?
It's my favorite thing that I get to head up. It is overwhelming to plan a month-long kids camp by yourself, but I have awesome volunteers, and the staff is very supportive of me. But I also get to do things like light up the night. It just creates a safe place to celebrate Halloween. It's not really safe to walk around our neighborhood, so the sheriff's department shuts down Grand Avenue, and we have a huge block party and Thanksgiving and Christmas. So I get to just love on the community and build relationships, and that's something that's really big. It's like my mission field.
Well, yeah. You said Thanksgiving and my stomach rumbled. I started thinking about food.
I ate all the donuts. I'm sorry. I don't have any for you.
It's okay. It's 9:34. This is KHEARadio.com, 99.5 FM is Kickstart. We're going to be on till 11 a.m.
Yeah, make sure that you stay tuned because we're going to be making an announcement. Speaking of food, we are giving away 3 Chick-fil-A buckets. So make sure that you stay tuned because we made that announcement. We dropped that video on Friday, and you have a chance to win those. We're going to be making the announcement of those 3 winners and those gift cards today.
The first thing that came to my mind when you said giving away Chick-fil-A like franchises, I was like, we're giving away Chick-fil-A's? Like,
Oh, that would be nice.
That would be nice.
Wouldn't that be cool?
Sign me up. Sign me up.
Hey, because it's hard to franchise a Chick-fil-A.
well, you got to, I mean, you have to be the
And
best
you
of
have
the
to
best
know.
and work your way up, you know?
Man, I looked at franchising Taco John's.
Please don't.
You
don't
know,
need-
so that we could bring Taco John's, which is this soft shell taco place, you know, that I love in Nebraska. It's Nebraska, you know, it's called West Mex. So it's like instead of Tex Mex, it's West
Like-
Mex.
bless your heart.
And, you know, and it's good. I love it. But I looked and you have to have like a value of like $100 million. And I'm like,
It's Taco John's.
so I like
Maybe if
put
you
in
put
my.
all your friends together and their friends and their family, then maybe.
So I was
Yeah.
like, do I have net worth? I'm like, well, I'm
$1.
It's so I filled out the information anyways. Even
Just
though,
waiting any day for that call, huh?
because I feel like self-worth is priceless.
Self-confidence. How much?
Right?
My self-confidence is off the chart.
I feel like I'm a DJ on the world's greatest radio station.
That is true.
$100
That's
million, right?
One, maybe
I'm sure you can build a case for it.
$100 is better. So we're talking to Lighthouse Christian Ministries. We have Erica in studio. We have Marissa in studio. You know, Erica, you've been with Lighthouse for how long now? It was like the late 2000s. Is that
Yes,
correct?
Yes. So almost 11 years.
Okay. And what drew you to be a part of this organization?
Same thing, God. You know, I was an engineer at Boeing and never thought I would do anything but engineering. And I had twins and came to work at Lighthouse part-time thinking that this would just, you know, be a little fill-in until I go back to my real job at Boeing. And God said otherwise. And so I've never looked back. I love what I do and feel very fortunate to be at Lighthouse.
Yeah. You know, Marissa said something about getting like young people, getting young blood, new people. Is that something that y'all need, whether that's volunteers or anything like that? Young people?
Always. I mean, that is our heart is just building relationships. So it doesn't matter, young or old. We'd love to have you come and serve with us. Kids Days really is a collaboration, a collaborative effort, and we couldn't do it alone. So we are very grateful for our partner churches, and we're always looking for more churches to partner with us in Kids Days and really every program that we offer at Lighthouse. We have businesses that help sponsor it and civic groups. So Rotary Club of Seabrook and Rotary Club of League City have financially partnered with us this year. As I mentioned, On Point Transportation. We have a group, Resolve It, that comes in and does some workshops. Al Garza has come in and done workshops.
Right. Yeah.
They're the best. I love Premier Martial Arts.
Oh
Al
my
Garza,
gosh.
he's awesome.
Yeah. I don't even really have to email them to make sure that they're coming. It's
Yeah.
just they've been doing it and it's always on their schedule.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and then every week, different churches take a week and bring youth volunteers to help run the camp as well. So that's something that we're always looking for churches and individuals that would love to partner with us in this effort.
How many people actually do partner with you guys? And if someone's interested, how do they get a hold of you to figure out if that's financial or volunteering? What does that look like as well?
Yeah, so we love to give tours of our building, and I think that's one of the easiest ways for us to share about the heart of Lighthouse. So really, you could, if you're interested in volunteering, we have a great volunteer coordinator, well, operations director, but she serves as our volunteer coordinator as well. That's Tammy Eckert, and Tammy and Marissa both run up our volunteer departments. And then financially supportive, again, I would invite you to come in and tour the facility. You can work with me or Larry Acker is our development director. We have Facebook page, website, all of you can give online. You can give by mailing a check. You can bring in a check. We also have a resale shop that supports our ministry, so that's another great way just to come in and see what we have. We have some great treasures there every day.
Yeah, I don't even go shopping for clothes anymore. I just
You just go
pop down
there.
to the resale shops, see if there's anything I like. And I have something to add on to that. Last year being my first year, I didn't have connections. I was kind of, taking it one day at a time. And what happened was the local youth of Bay Cliff started gravitating towards Kids Days. And so they were just an extreme help to me. And what happened was, you become family after a month, eating together and worshiping together. And when Kids Days ended, I just had very close relationships with the youth. So I started volunteering at that church with them. And from that, they were always asking, what's the next serving opportunity? Their heart got on fire for serving. And so, they were at Halloween, they were at Thanksgiving, they were doing anything that they could to step into that role again because they fell in love with, you get a joy from giving. And so they fell in love with serving. So they're all coming back, they're all excited. So we're excited.
Awesome.
Yeah, it's easy to get carried away in like the everyday of like routine and work, but it is important to serve. Why not give back and then start teaching your young people? Like, I have 2 kids, 2 and 6, and when there's opportunity, I try and show them by example and ways that they can give back. Like, hey, you're fortunate. Like I was fortunate. I love my parents and they were together, and my dad worked really hard to make sure that we had everything we needed and wanted. So I'm trying to help usher Curt as well. Just be like, Curt, there's
The only
we have to
difference is,
volunteer.
Gardy, you're volunteer every day. I need to get some paycheck at some point. It's like, this month you can volunteer, right?
Right. Yeah.
Right.
But
No.
I love, and if you think about it, that was the example that Jesus left, right? He could have come as a king. He was a king, but he could have come and sat on his throne and taken his rightful place. And yet, what did he choose to do? He chose to serve and to love those around him. And that's really, our call as Christians is to look around and to respond with love and service.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so the gala. Can we touch on that one more time?
I love the gala.
When is it coming up this year?
So we have a tentative date that we're working towards, and it will be
Okay, concrete in my schedule. The date is.
so this is like hot off the press. I don't even my board members don't even know this yet.
Hang
but
on, I got something for you real quick. Here we go. This is breaking news. We have from America.
Breaking news.
And we're about to get it. I'm calling it concrete. It's tentative. It's subject to change. But the gala for Lighthouse Christian Ministries, it's one of the best events of the year. I got, that at least I've been to. And this is some breaking information.
Yes. So we're looking at March 21st of 2020. We like to have it in the March-April timeframe, and we're looking at a venue change. And so with that venue change, we've got really limited options. So,
Okay.
So we're really we'll hammer that down within the next few weeks. But
That's
it's going to be.
exciting.
It's always a great experience, and it's really probably it is the biggest way that we support the programs that happen at Lighthouse. So it's a pretty important, and it's also used as a celebration. We use it to celebrate what God has done in the ministry and to tell stories and to share, the year's worth of activities that have happened.
Do we have more breaking news for the new venue, or is that still like open? Do I need to play this track again?
I wouldn't. I'm not quite sure that I'm ready to share that.
Okay,
yet.
that's fine.
So we can come back on next week and do breaking news
That's
when
fine.
I've got that figured
That's great
out.
too. Same part of town, or are we thinking like south, west, east, north, Bay Cliff-ish? I don't know.
We're looking
Kima.
at a little bit south of where we've been in the
Oh,
past.
I like that. Okay.
So
but
a Bun. No? KHEA Radio Studio?
We could do it in here, actually.
We might
Man.
not get very many people in here.
Yeah.
In
We
this
can fit
studio?
about
We can fit.
at least 100 if we stack.
What is our Gardy, have we ever looked into what our capacity limit is? Because we
We can fit
We've
like
had-
4,000 in the building, but like in this room specifically,
have we looked at like maximum occupancy?
no.
Anything?
But here's what I think: you should just take the studio with you and just bring it to the gala.
we can. We if it's in this backpack over here
We
that
just
we
need
have.
internet.
Literally
I can
do
everything that you see in this room fits in a backpack.
I'm
I
planning
think
my
we
outfit.
can work that out.
We're gonna match, all of us.
Tuxedos.
We all wear the same thing.
All
okay?
tuxedos? That'd be great.
That'd be nice.
Or hot dog suits, one of the two.
It's still a suit.
Or taco suits.
Taco suit
Taco
too.
suits. Hey, speaking of which, you guys need to get excited for the October. Every time somebody brings up taco, I'm just going to mention that October 12th is the Great Taco Cook-Off that's taking place right here on the campus of Abundant Life Christian Center. Who has the world's best taco? We're about ready to find out. You know, we decided that we could go look for the world's greatest tacos.
And we tried. It was very hard.
And we're like, why are we going out to all these restaurants? And, you know, it's like an hour and a half. Like, okay, we got to watch how they make it and whatnot. And we're like, what if we brought all the world's greatest tacos to us instead?
That's our plan.
That's a good idea.
So we're teaming up with United Way, and that's October 12th. So we're going to have a competition, cook-off teams, restaurants, individuals, grandmas, Kurt, you know, our interns. They're all going to come in and attempt to make the world's best tacos. And there's a couple categories. We're going to give away some trophies, and it's going to be going towards a good cause. So we're excited about it.
That's awesome.
Pumped.
We
We're
might have to
pumped.
get a team together.
Y'all do. Lighthouse
that would be-
needs a team.
The best
I'm
part,
not cooking.
the best part
You can
is-
eat. That's the best.
You know
That's
what?
the best part. You don't
I'm
have to
just
cook, you can
thinking
eat.
about some of these conversations. I'm thinking Chick-fil-A buckets and tacos. Has anybody made like a Chick-fil-A chicken taco? I mean,
They do have their wraps, and
that's true.
sometimes I'm just like, okay, if you just like unwrapped it and just put it aside, then it's like, to me, it counts as a taco.
taco.
It'd be so good. Just use that. Oh, if Chick-fil-A had a team, like an official team, and they're like, man, they would win, like everything, even the beef category.
They
somehow.
can't do a beef category.
They turn in chicken. I'll be like, well, this is the best still. So
Yeah, how are they
That's
going
what
to
it
do
is.
that? They don't do beef or seafood.
I don't know.
They don't need beef. Chicken tacos are the best anyway.
Yeah, but there's 4 categories.
Well, they'll have a
okay.
cow turn it in. Eat more chicken. I don't know. For the
That would
beef
be
category.
hilarious.
Oh, man. So we have about 15 minutes left. We're going to take a quick break and let us know. Hey, what are you guys up to? Coming up next is some Toby Mac, Hello Future on KHEA Radio, 99.5 FM.
That song also reminds me of our intern, Ethan.
Yeah, Ethan's. Did you meet Ethan?
I did.
He's great.
Where'd he go?
He's like on eternal vacation. He's 17. He's homeschooled though, so he's always on vacation. Like, yeah, I'm going. He's from Kentucky. I'm going to Kentucky because, you know, I'm gonna do my homework there. And we're like, Ethan, we need you. So he's doing summer camp, like volunteering there. Colorado vacation. I don't know. He's traveling the world. We think he's working for another radio station. We're really worried. So
We
Is he
trained
volunteering?
Trained him well.
Have y'all seen him? Actually, he may be volunteering for you guys.
Not yet.
Ethan, no.
Not yet. You
Hey, we always need volunteers
stop.
and interns.
He's ours. Why do you want to steal him?
Share.
Oh. Hey, did you see Jamie's comment? Breakfast burritos, we have it.
Boom.
Boom. That'd be
Chicken.
awesome.
I love Chick-fil-A. That's my Chick-fil-A. The Powells. I'm claiming it too. We
Oh,
share.
wait, well, we share it. We can share it.
But I live like right around the corner. I
Ask
live
my
behind
kids.
HEB.
They think it's their Chick-fil-A.
Uh-huh. So the play place, like, my kids love it, like, too much. Too much. And that's something that, you know, I remember, like, McDonald's. Like, when I was a kid, like, outside, I was like, ball pits. And I was like, oh, there's snakes. But it's really nice because it's inside, AC and everything else. Do you remember that? Whenever McDonald's used to have, like, outside play places and,
Oh, yeah.
like, ball pits and everything. And people were like, there's a snake in the ball pit. But it's, like, totally.
I'm from Nebraska. We don't have these things in Nebraska. We don't have outside play areas because we're smart.
We had them in Indiana.
Oh.
But they were mulch. Like, we had the mulch
Yeah.
playground.
The only place that we had in my hometown was Burger King had it. McDonald's didn't.
A play place?
Yes.
Yeah.
But it was inside. It wasn't outside.
Okay.
Well, that shows my age anyway, because, you know,
I
They
guess
didn't have indoor playgrounds when I was growing up.
mine too.
Really? You didn't have indoor playgrounds?
Until I was a little, probably until
Then-
I outgrew them. Then
Yeah.
they came about.
Then they upgraded. Well, I remember when they made the switch. I remember the switch to inside.
And I don't think you can even have ball pits anymore, can you?
I don't think so.
I mean,
Why not?
man.
Those are the
snakes,
best.
the Ruber. There was somebody said they saw a snake in there, and everybody tripped out.
And other things were found buried in the ball pits.
Oh yeah. Worst case scenario, like needles. I don't know.
Infectious disease, probably.
Yeah. Well, I remember.
So there's not going to be any play pins with the balls and stuff at Kids Days?
No.
No.
No, we have some awesome. We have a magician, a mad scientist, a crocodile encounter, and Alvin is coming in. We're gonna do a game show.
That's cool.
Yeah, I mean we're just going all out. So
Are you going to be the game show host?
no, thank goodness.
Erica, are you going to be the game show host?
Oh no, we hire that out.
Probably,
Probably
Ethan.
Ethan.
We hire the talent.
Thinking Ethan.
We could have
Oh.
a radio show.
We could do a radio show.
That would be awesome.
It's July 8th. How long is it?
Through August 2nd, so it's 4
Oh,
weeks.
man. So a month. That's a long time.
Yeah.
But the game show doesn't last the whole time, Gardy.
You don't
we
know
don't have
that.
to host it every time.
You don't know that. It could be.
Is it?
Well,
The game show the whole time? It's just like one day, right?
yeah. Yeah, we play games with them like Minute to Win It. But this one's going to be a little bit special this year, and our theme is actually
We haven't talked about the theme.
very out of the box. But
I told her she was nuts.
yeah, she did. She put up a fight against it, but
Hey, I didn't fight.
she gave me some looks like,
Really?
"Are you serious?"
What's the theme? Can you give us like 3 or 4 options and we'll guess which one?
Okay, here we go. All right, glow, like a glow camp.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
That would make sense. So I don't think it's that one.
Yeah.
Okay.
circus theme,
That would be fun.
Christmas theme,
Christmas theme. Okay.
The
And-
Grinch.
and
Taco theme.
taco theme. Now
Oh.
you guys know it's not that one. I couldn't think of it.
100% taco theme.
If you're
is
not
what
doing
it
a taco theme, you might as well not be doing it at all. That's all I got to say.
is. I'm going to have to say circus theme would be awesome. Is that what it is?
No, we're taking it back to Christmas.
Christmas theme?
Yes.
Christmas in July.
Exactly.
Oh my gosh. God just kept confirming over and over again that it's what I was supposed to do. We had someone donated a brand new set of nativity costumes, not even open. And then we started having food donations of decorations for gingerbread houses. And then I came up with this idea for our stage. I wanted to, have a fireplace. And, truth be told, it got donated to our resale shop, a fireplace that you can, plug into the wall and the little flames come up. And so it was just little things every now and then.
Do you already have a Santa costume?
God...
He will provide.
God really, my idea was on family night to have Santa come in, and I think God actually convicted me on that. The true meaning of Christmas is not what it has become, and so instead of Santa pictures, I will have some of our teens walking around in our nativity costumes.
Taking pictures.
Yes, you can take
They did
pictures
not
with
have
Mary and
cameras.
Joseph.
They did not have cameras back in the day.
You don't know.
You got to keep it real.
You don't know.
Get out the little stone and start chiseling away.
But what's really cool, I had
You're
this.
volunteered.
Yeah.
Bring your chisels.
I had this thought. One of the things I'm going to be touching on is the little drummer boy and how he thought he had no gifts to bring. And so our very last Fun Friday, we're going to do a talent show with the kids. And I'm going to encourage our youth volunteers, but also our kids to think about a talent that they have that they want to show off. And so we're going to celebrate their gifts that way.
Awesome. Okay, we got 5 seconds. We're going to go on the FM right now, and we can talk about that theme. That's fun. Here we go. Good morning. This is KHEA Radio, 99.5 FM. This is Kickstart. I'm Gardy.
And I'm Curt.
It is 9:53 on a Monday, and we're excited because 646 is open. We're also just excited because we have Lighthouse Christian Ministries in the studio.
And it's Monday,
It's Monday.
the
which
best
is
day of the week.
TGIM.
It is.
TGIM. But we're talking about Kids Days right now. And Kids Days has an interesting theme. Can you share one more time? Like, what is the overview of Kids Days? Who's invited? And then we can get in on the theme because that's fun.
Yeah, so this camp is for the children of the area of Bay Cliff, San Leon, Bayview, and KHEA. It's free. It's July 8th through August 2nd. So it's a whole month of fun and fellowship. And so we're really excited about it.
All right. And there's a theme for this. So every year, I'm guessing there's a theme and it changes out.
Yes.
Can we talk about that? Because you shared with us what it is. This is really, really creative, I think. What's the theme for Kids Days?
I decided to take it back to Christmas. We're going to do Christmas in July.
Christmas in July, Kids Day, starting July 8th. Christmas. Why not celebrate Christmas? There should be some more Christmas. I know my son appreciates that. He's like, I want presents. Christmas time, let's go.
Well, Hallmark does it, so yeah, why not?
With all the Hallmark movies? Because they have to get some airtime. There's way too many Hallmark movies. And it's like the same movie remade, and my wife loves them.
I'm surprised Gardy hasn't said anything yet, but I am not a fan of celebrating Christmas until the week of Christmas.
Yeah, he gets really annoying with it. Like, we like to play Christmas music during Christmas time, and he's like, no, like the day of, and that's it. I'm like, no, stop.
Week of. I'm okay with like if we celebrate the week of, but if you start celebrating Christmas like the day after Halloween, like you, come on.
So July.
I'm a traditionalist. I like after Thanksgiving.
Then you're
We
okay.
can start thinking about Christmas.
That's where her little eye rolls and "Are you serious?" comment came in, but
But again, I was skeptical on silent disco, and I was proven wrong. So,
But are you going to be, if like Christmas, everybody's like, huh? You're like, I told you. Like,
yeah.
I'm not
we're-
that kind of person.
Yeah, we're keeping it a complete secret for the kids. So when
Okay.
the kids show up the first day, there's gonna be Santa blow-ups. They're gonna walk in, and it's gonna look.
Wait. Santa blows up or Santa blow ups?
No, we actually have someone donating inflatable Santa that pops his head out of a outhouse, and so
Keeping it classy.
yeah.
of course, yeah.
We're
yeah.
gonna when they walk in, it's just gonna look like Christmas kind of threw up in there. And so actually, I think where this concept came from is Lighthouse. We do a Christmas shop, and something that's been tugging on all of our hearts as a staff is how we've been doing it, and we're kind of losing out on the sharing the gospel part of it. And so this last Christmas, we did things as normal, and I kind of felt guilt about not having that intentional time with the kids to share the true meaning. And so I think this is the way that I'm going to redeem myself is, making a whole month of Christmas camp. So we're really excited, and we have one part of the stage. On one side, it's going to be the true thing of Christmas, so we'll have the nativity, and then on the other side of the stage, it's going to be like Christmas threw up. So.
Will there be snow? Like some kind of fake snow? Like even like cotton? I don't know. Just placed everywhere?
I have a lot in the works.
All right.
So.
Man, we should have done a snowball fight.
That'd be
Yeah,
really
and
fun.
I actually was looking into like a Bahama Bucks and stuff because at my old church we did a snowball fight once, and so, but for that many kids, it's
Expensive.
it would be a very expensive thing. So, but we're still gonna do snow cones.
But if we have a sponsor that wants to provide a snowball fight, we would be
Absolutely.
glad to work with you. Give us
Yeah.
a call.
I wonder how long that would last. Like I'm trying to think, okay, July 8th in Texas could be like 98 degrees.
Maybe 90 seconds.
Woo.
Yeah.
It'd be fun though.
Don't
Very
they
memorable.
do that though? Like, don't they have like a way to do like snow in Texas?
Just the machine, like a snow machine.
Snow machine. Don't they do it at the League City?
I've seen it at the
Christmas
the
parade?
urgent care. They did it at the urgent care during this past December-ish.
Elite Care, 24-hour Elite Care.
All Elite or something, and then at the Lake City parade. Yeah, so they do
When I
have these
first moved here, I
machines.
thought that was crazy. What do you mean they're bringing in a snow machine?
Where did you move from?
Indiana.
That's right. So there's snow there.
There's
She's
snow
a
there.
Hoosier.
Yeah,
Are you?
I am. Well, I'm not. No, I'm a Boilermaker.
Even worse. Okay.
Even better. Even better.
Yeah. So we're about out of time. Is there anything else I'd like to share while y'all are here?
I just want to say thank you to those that who have stepped up and provided sponsorships or some type of support. We didn't mention Chick-fil-A is going to do family night for us, so we're excited about that. And again, the Rotary Clubs of League City and Seabrook and all of our partner churches. We're just so grateful for you. But we do have sponsorship opportunities, so if you are willing and able to help us make this the best Kids Days camp ever, we would love to talk to you. You can give us a call or find us on our webpage, lighthousecm.org.
All right. Thank you. This is KHEA Radio, 99.5 FM. Coming up next, we have Hillsong Worship. Thank you, guys.
Sweet.
Wasn't that fun?
Yeah.
All right. You guys having a good summer?
So far,
Busy.
so good. Everything's awesome.
Busy. Busy. Super busy. But it's like the light at the end of the tunnel is coming, right? Because then it's fall and then we get to take a break.
No, it's not the way it works.
Dang. Somebody told me, like, Kurt, you need to rest a little bit more.
Who was it? Yourself? Like,
Yes.
you don't need any rest. For what? What'd you do last night?
You just moved, didn't you? Did you just
He
move?
moves apartment complexes every 6 months, like in the same complex. So yeah, he did just move.
Yeah, you know why?
He's moved 2 times this year so far, like in the same complex.
Every 6 months, because then I don't have to clean. I get a brand new clean apartment.
They paint the walls.
Right? It's like, fresh, brand new. No, it doesn't work that way?
No, he does. That's
Changing it up a bit.
A little bit. There's one thing I can't wait to talk to Dr. Shop about tomorrow. But I finally did something different at the apartment, and I slept amazing last night.
Did you get like an air purifier or something?
No, I just hung up curtains on the window in the bedroom, and it was awesome.
Oh, it's
like
dark. Dark
yeah,
sleep.
Dark sleep. It was
Yeah.
the best.
That is the best. That's my basement. I miss
Nice to meet you.
Thank you.
All
And
right.
good to
anytime
see
you
ya.
guys have anything, please let us know.
Say that?
How old are your kids?
2 and 6.
Oh, boy. Fun times.
Yes.
All right. Good to see you guys.
Bye. Facebook.
I hope Ethan comes back.
Me too. We miss Ethan. Ethan, someone tag him. Who's friends with Ethan? I'm going to see if I can tag him if it'll let me. Sometimes it won't from the KHEA page. So let me see. Ethan. Ethan's last name is Todrank. Todrank. Just like it sounds. Yep. I just typed in Ethan Todrank. And nothing. Hey, it's 10 o'clock right now. Whenever we come back on the FM, we're going to have our friend Blaine in studio talking about Beauty with Blaine and talking about being Miss Houston. And what's next? Because she's going to be in the Miss Texas pageant. So we're rooting for her. And I don't know. That'd be awesome if she won. It's awesome that she's Miss Houston. So good stuff. See what's in the works.
Yeah, we're super excited to be sitting down with Blaine. If you haven't caught her Beauty with Blaine segment, that's a big deal for this area because she actually wasn't Miss Houston when we dropped the first video. We were already doing Beauty with Blaine, and then out of nowhere, she wins Miss Houston, which was awesome.
Out of nowhere, she was prepping for it. And she was already, had to have been something. I don't know. to get in there. I don't know how the pageants work.
How do you like Miss Galveston County?
I think so.
Miss Harris County?
Honestly, I have no idea.
Miss League City? I don't know.
Is that a thing, Miss League City?
I don't know. Is there a Miss Lamarck?
Is there a Mr. Lamarck?
I am Mr. Lamarck.
No, you live in Texas City.
Dang.
Yeah. And you definitely don't have what it takes. Like, if Dio lives in Texas City, who works for the city and the emergency management, I feel like Dio would be a good Mr. Texas City.
Dio would be a great Mr. Texas City.
Yep. Hey, we're planning to film this afternoon, and my phone's been blowing up because we're trying to make sure that we got that going. But there's a really cool giveaway that we are going to be working with a gentleman who's a local contractor. We got hooked up through Jennifer Fuller. But the idea is we want to give away to somebody who needs it, who was affected by Harvey or who's going through a tough time and can share a little bit of their story. But we're going to do some house renovations, I believe, on their kitchen or their bathroom, or maybe both. We're going to figure it out. We're supposed to go film that today in Seabrook, but we've been getting some calls and some texts and stuff. And we're trying to get that situated because we wanted to share with you that opportunity. So that'll be fun.
So we are filming. We got a location.
I don't know. So we need to call him whenever we get done.
Okay, cool. That'd be awesome. So
Yep.
Blaine is here. Blaine is on the way. So if you have a chance, go ahead and download the KHEA Radio app. Just search for KHEA Radio on the App Store or the Google Play Store. And the reason why is because you can actually go back and watch all of Beauty with Blaine. I accidentally clicked on Taco Ventures. But you can go back and watch all of the Beauty with Blaine segments, including the one from yesterday. That is up there as well. We just dropped that new one. You know, Blaine does a lot of cool, fun things where she takes a look at the different, I guess, techniques and some of the different products that you can use on the daily basis to help make you the best that you possibly can be.
Maybe she should have made one on, I don't know if she's ever done this, maybe like the lashes that you got, like when you went to 365 Lash Spa, to see like how do you take the care of them the best? Because we were asking you, Curt, did your lashes come out? And you're like, I don't know. Like, I don't know. But I can't tell. Are your lashes back to normal?
I don't know. I'm looking in the camera right now. Can you guys still see? No. I think they're gone.
I think they came out.
I think what happened is I sweated a whole lot on Saturday.
You're rubbing
going
your
like
eyes.
this, rubbing. I felt so weird. Like I felt for the longest time as I had those that I didn't want to touch my eyes.
Right.
Like to rub them if you were tired. Because apparently I touch my eyes a lot throughout the day. And you don't realize that until you have something done like that to your eyes and you're like, oh, I want to touch. No,
Yeah.
you can't.
You touch your face a lot.
I used to rest like this in school.
And fall asleep.
No, I wouldn't fall asleep, but I would just sit there like this. And I used to get pimples like right here when I was a teenager. And I went to a dermatologist to figure out how I could get rid of or why I was getting pimples. And they prescribed some medication. But he said one of the things is you got to stop touching your face because your hands are so oily.
Hey, the other thing, and I'm not sure if you had a cell phone at that time in high school, but if you think about it, like where you put your phone, you know, all the time and how dirty it is, and we touch it, drop it, pick it up, get food on it, take it to the restroom. It's everywhere, right? And then you put it right on your face whenever you talk. Maybe that's a benefit of texting more. Talking on the phone, unless you're using speakerphone or like hands-free devices, because otherwise you just have this giant germ and you're just like,
imagine where this goes.
I know.
When you think about it,
Yeah.
like just, you know, when I go to the restroom, it's sitting on there on the toilet.
You set it on the toilet?
Well, like I'm holding it and it like sits on the...
You do that?
Yes.
You're an animal, Curt.
So nobody touches my phone. Like stay away from my phone.
So when you go to the bathroom, you sit it on the toilet and then use it? Why don't you leave it in your pocket?
Because I was already on it. Like
Well, put it back in your pocket.
But then what if I'm watching a video or like
Then
texting?
put it back in your pocket.
Or texting. One of the two. Like you can continue texting.
Don't sit it on the toilet.
What?
I wouldn't be surprised if you're like, let me sit it in the toilet. Just drop it in.
It's never dropped in the toilet. I will say that. But it could, potentially. But yeah, it's a walking germ fest.
Yes, it is.
There's
do
no
you
way
do
to
that?
clean
Hey,
it.
let us know. Do you set your phone on the toilet? No, I do not.
How do you...
I put it in my pocket, or it's in my pocket. I'm not going to be like, if I have the energy and the time, and I'm like, oh, I'm going to set this somewhere. It's going to go in my pocket, not
it's
like on the toilet. You're like
set
face down on the toilet.
But
or
what
like
if you're watching a video
on the
or
floor?
looking at something already as you're walking into the restroom?
Then put it in your pocket.
But then you... Okay.
Why are you arguing this? That's better. That's just be like, you know what? I never thought of that before. Put it in my pocket. I can do that.
No, I'm trying to argue that, no, set it on the toilet.
Set it in the toilet. Just throw it on the floor. Step on it. Bop, 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 bop. Man, I wish we could do a poll right now. Whenever you are in the restroom, if you have your phone out, do you set it on the toilet or put it in your pocket? Set it on the floor. I feel like even I don't know, the floor would maybe be better, but either way, this is a walking germ and you put it on your face. So just think about that if you have some issues with your skin. But we said all that to say we have Blaine coming in. She has a spot on KHEA radio called Beauty with Blaine. We're going to be getting into it. Blaine is Miss Houston. Share this video out. Let us know what you have going on today. It's Monday. We're excited because it's the beginning of a brand new week where you can make it into anything that you want. So if you have any goals, if you have any plans this week, maybe some vacation plans or some really cool stuff that you have going on, feel free to let us know. You can always send us a message as well. And maybe we can be involved or get to work with you or help out on something.
So this is the funniest thing that I've ever read in my entire life. And it says, I've just kind of rationalized that since I'm like 100 pounds, this is someone who weighs 100 pounds. If I were to eat 1 pound of nachos, I'd be 1% nacho. I don't know, just thoughts. That's hilarious.
Eat a pound of nachos.
If you're 100 pounds, eat a pound of nachos, you're 1% nacho. I thought that was funny. I'm sorry.
It's clever. It's clever. How much do you weigh?
Not 100 pounds.
I was trying to think if you eat a pound of nachos.
It'd have to be 2 pounds of nachos, and then I'd be 1% nacho. Okay. 3 pounds of nachos, and then I'd be one.
Okay, that's maybe a little bit closer. Hey, I see my mom. Mom, thank you for inviting all your friends to like KHEA Radio. We appreciate you.
Yeah, that...
I did it from my mom's phone as she had my daughter playing. My daughter was like throwing it around, and I was like, "Oh, River did it." But yeah, my mom did that.
I've actually started asking people before I tell them how to do it. I'm like, "How many friends do you have?" And they always are like, "I got thousands of friends on Facebook." And then I look, and it's like,
we got to hit up Blaine. Blaine literally has
400.
she has thousands of friends.
She's not leaving the studio until we get her to invite all of her friends.
Aldridge is gonna block out the doors. We'd be like, boom, 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 doom, 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 doom.
Your mom's like 28 people.
Thank you, Mom. We got 28 new likes. And here's the way that you kind of preface this. So you can do this with your friends too. Be like, hey, man, we got some stuff going on. Hey, do you really want to spread positivity in the community? Do you want to, man, there's these really cool events that are going on. Can you help me get the word out? And they're going to be like, yeah, what do I got to do? It's easy. Just go to the KHEA Radio community tab. There's a button that says invite friends, and it's like invite all. Boom.
I was so mad that Arnold hadn't updated his phone yet because it was still the old way where you had to sit there and invite. And I could have, like, he gave me his phone to do it, and I was like, Arnold, you can have your phone back.
You didn't do it?
No, because I didn't want to sit there and have to push the invite button for all of his friends. So I was kind of like,
you did like 5?
Arnold. That's how you keep your phone from getting hacked by Curt, is you don't update it.
Yeah, like go back to the old app.
Arnold from Texas Pit Stop Barbecue. We love Arnold. I was actually talking to TJ Alds about it Friday night. He's like, Arnold's the man. Like, Arnold, like, people were upset back in the day because Arnold and his cook-off team would walk into cook-offs and just win.
They just
like
leave.
You knew, like, and people would write comments and complain. They're like, we're tired of Texas Pit Stop Barbecue always winning these cook-offs.
Well, back then they said, I think it was Los Boqueros.
Yes. So I'm kind of concerned when we do our taco cook-off on October 12th that's benefiting the United Way of Galveston County, that they're going to be really upset because Arnold has the potential to win. But what's cool about it, too, Gardy, is that it's open kind of to everybody because there's never been a champion of cook-offs for taco cook-offs before. So this is kind of the first one and the first thing that's happening.
Yeah, and it's open to everybody. So everybody has a chance to win. We were even talking, we mentioned to Jamie Powell, who was on our live stream, about having Chick-fil-A. Why not have Chick-fil-A out there? Enter some tacos, a Chick-fil-A cook-off team, a Lighthouse Christian Ministries cook-off team, and we have a cook-off team. If you make some good tacos or you like to eat good tacos, then this is an event that you do not want to miss. October 12th, it's a Saturday. We're going to start at 9 a.m. It's going to go on until 3. It's going to be family-friendly, a family event. We want you out there, your family out there. All of the proceeds are going to an amazing cause. We're planning on having bounce houses, maybe some axe throwing, some escape room puzzles. It's going to be fun. Anything else that we can think of, we want to have it there. Like snow cones, anything really.
Yeah, I'm super excited about this. This is also going to be open to the public. So if you don't even want to come down and cook in the cook-off, you can come and taste some tacos. Maybe we'll throw you in to judge some tacos. You'll be able to bring your kids and your family members to jump and have a good time. So it's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah. We go to a lot of events and we always have an amazing time. I thought that the one that we just went to this weekend, the City of Lamarck Hurricane Huddle, was great because there was something to do all the time. Sometimes you go to events and it's like, okay, well, this is all it was. It was food and it's fun, but then you have to leave. But we want you to be able to have an opportunity to stay the entire time and hang out. The family's going to have fun. We're trying to keep it as free as far as the events go as possible. There may be a charge. I don't know. We're still planning it out. We have meetings tomorrow or this week. Yeah.
Finally. But here's
wow.
I'm sorry that they got sick, but
Kurt.
I'm ready to go.
my gosh.
I want this taco cook-off here.
Were you listening to Ivan Tate Minister last night at all?
No.
Were you not?
No.
You should have.
I
You should
need-
get the tape. Watch the video. You should edit that because there were some parts when I was like,
You should
I was
edit
like,
that.
man, he's preaching to me, and then I was like, that's to Kurt. He's preaching to me. That may be for Kurt. You know, he's preaching for me. That was for Kurt. Do you ever think that? And I don't know. That's probably the wrong
best
way to
thing
think.
from last night that Ivan said. He's like, send your parents money. Send your parents money.
Right.
You know, like
and you
send-
texted me.
and I said, no. If they want money, they could go get a job.
Wow.
That's what they told me when I was 16. I was like, Mom, I want some money.
No.
And they're like, no, go get a job.
Your mom actually paid you not to have a job. She's like, Curtsy, will you please quit your job at McDonald's?
That
and
was
come
when I
back?
was 18. I was no longer young. I already had a job. But before, when I wanted money, when my dad was alive, it was like, go get a job.
What's a good advice? I feel like that was actually some good parenting. Like, go learn some responsibility. Get
Okay,
some money.
back at them. Like, go get a job if they want my money.
I feel like your mom, she does have a job. She works.
I know.
But it's called being a
I thought
blessing.
it was funny.
Being a blessing.
Like, if you want my money, go get a job.
Man.
I mean, you know what would be cool? Speaking of the
My
taco,
heart hurts for your mom. My heart hurts
my
for
mom.
your mom.
we should bring her down for the taco cook-off.
What role will she play? Was she going to be a judge, or can she make tacos?
She'll
Kurt
just
style?
run around and make me like stressed out the entire time.
Where's mom? Where's mom? Like whenever
she
we
could
let
be
her
like
loose.
the yeah, she's like go, and she'd go and talk to literally everybody.
Yeah.
She
Or like
would.
one person the entire time. They like, but I really wanted. They're like, no, you're talking to me. All right.
Oh, she's got the crown. Man, I might steal the crown before she leaves.
The crown's mine, Blaine. Whoopsh. So we're gonna be talking to Blaine.
Hey, do you see that next to Kelly Williams' name?
What?
Are y'all live on?
It says
We
plus
are.
one.
Hi, Blaine. How are you?
Good, how are you?
Good.
Hi. Good to see you. You can sit in this one.
Okay, perfect.
So what's been going on?
Too much. Just
You haven't been busy.
right?
Not doing anything really, huh?
Busy mean.
Cool. Well, we're glad you could make some time because you recently, because you work at, you worked. Did you leave your job to come down here? Or is,
I did. To focus on Miss Houston, everything else I'm doing with acting and singing and modeling and
cool.
radio station. So
Of course. Make sure you move that mic a little closer. So you are good
Situated.
to go.
Are we on Facebook right now?
Yeah, we're on Facebook,
Hi,
hanging out.
everyone.
Say what's up.
Blaine, two things are going to happen before you leave
Okay.
today.
Yes.
How are you going to do that?
You don't have to.
Yeah, because
We're gonna have to get a crown attached to some headphones or
Right.
something. Maybe that'll work.
Oh, that would be cool. That would be legit. Two things are happening before you leave today.
Yes.
One, I'm gonna wear the crown at some point,
Okay.
just because I think it'd be awesome.
I'll let you for a second.
Second, yes, and then
We'll
two.
shoot a photo.
You gotta earn it, Kurt.
Aw.
Right.
You gotta earn the
You
crown.
know how hard I worked for this?
And two, we're gonna get all your friends to like KHEA radio.
Okay, yes.
You have a lot of
I
friends,
do have a lot of friends.
so
I
that's
think we can
exciting.
Make that happen.
I've been drooling, like looking at your friends. I was like, dang, Blaine has a lot of friends. We can like share so many good things with all these people who support you.
Yes.
So
yes,
hey, a new Beauty with
absolutely.
Blaine dropped yesterday.
It did, yes. That's what I was going to remind everyone to keep watching those, and we'll be doing some new ones. very
Yeah.
soon.
Can we move the mic just a little bit closer?
Oop. Okay.
There we go.
Boom.
That's good. We good?
Yes, perfect.
Yeah. So what were you touching on in that Beauty with Blaine that dropped yesterday? If somebody has not seen it yet.
Yes, it was kind of products that are great for on the go. So I did the little Neutrogena wipes. They're literally like this big. They're tiny little rectangles. You can stick them in your purse. They're perfect for removing your makeup. I love those. There was a Maybelline makeup or lipstick. It was like a matte finish. It stays on all day long. It was really great. So those are a few little products that I love that I recently started trying, and I really like them.
Tilted down.
No, tilt it up.
Oh, we're trying to get the camera correct for you.
Bear with us.
There you go.
That's perfect. Okay, so on the go, and you've
Yes.
probably been on the go a lot lately. Is that accurate?
It is. I think my life is on the go all the time.
Yeah. How is life different now? Oh, we only got 40 seconds before we go on the FM, so life is different now, right?
It's busy, but I love it. It's really neat for me to get to live out this dream. Especially since I worked hard for years for
Right.
it, and it's just different in the way that I feel like it's a whole nother chapter of my life. A whole different level that I get to experience and just embrace it fully and enjoy it. So I'm excited.
Cool. Okay, 20 seconds. If you, Kurt, the way you move the mic, please look at the camera shot here.
What is it?
I got it.
Did you adjust it? Because it's literally blocking your entire face. But
Yes, I moved the camera. See?
I just moved it.
Never mind.
Okay. Cool. All right. So here we're gonna have to wait a little bit longer, but it's all good. So everything in Camp Blaine has been like a whirlwind, I'd assume.
What is it?
Like
Camp Blaine.
Camp Blaine, Team Blaine.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, it's been crazy, but exciting, thankful, and I have a whole bunch of different people and teams supporting me. So very thankful for that too, because I can't do it by myself. It's not a one-man show.
Yeah. How much support have you had? Like, has there been a lot of people and businesses and
Yeah,
individuals?
just a lot of family and friends, have really been there, showing their love and support. And then I also have a team of sponsors, working with the Miss Houston organization. So a whole team to help me get ready for, photo shoots, appearances, especially going to Miss Texas, moving forward with that. So it's been great.
When is Miss Texas?
Labor Day weekend. So coming up, it's 2 months away, basically.
What?
How do you
months.
prep for that?
So you get judged on 3 different parts. And so one is swimsuit fitness, and then the other is evening gown and interview. So you make sure you're up to date on current events, just confident in your platform, who you are, what your message is, to the world. So make sure your interview skills are up to date. And evening gown, just make sure you're confident in your gown, walking presence, stage presence. Just own yourself, own your body, love who you are and let that shine through. And then for personal fitness, looking fit and owning that confidence in your swimsuit.
Yeah. So that's
For sure.
that's going to be a lot of fun. 2 months,
Yes.
Miss Texas is coming up. Where is it going to be at?
It will be at the Hilton Houston Post Oak Hotel
Awesome.
in Houston.
So in Houston, is that like an advantage to you or a disadvantage?
I think it's an advantage. I do. I'm the hometown girl, so I'm excited to be in my hometown city and represent the city of Houston there. Absolutely. So I think there's more opportunity for people to come, being in Houston, of my
Yeah.
friends and family and supporters. So it's definitely, I think, an advantage.
Are the judges influenced by screams or that's what I always wonder, like, because what if they're like, oh, well, yeah, it's Houston, so they're just like, I'm going to take that into account, or do they get influenced by people like cheering and stuff, do you think?
I don't think on their actual judging, but I do think, if you do have a lot of fans and friends there, you obviously have people who support you and believe in you. And I think that's good for the judges to see that, the crowd, the audience, people, watching online. It's good to see people supporting, a girl. And just that means that they believe in them,
Okay,
So I think it's definitely positive.
cool. What about matching stuff with your crown? Has that been hard?
Well, it goes with everything, I think. But I think just like, are you talking about outfit-wise, right?
I guess,
I mean,
just in general.
I do have to have, a new outfit, not a new outfit, but a different look, a different outfit for all occasions. So, definitely have to get creative, obviously go shopping, but definitely borrow clothes, do whatever to kind of spice up my look for
Sure.
different appearances.
Okay, we got 8 seconds. We're going to go on right now, and we'll reintroduce you again. Here we go. Good morning. This is KHEA Radio 99.5 FM. It is 10:21. This is Kickstart. I'm Gardy.
And I'm Curt.
And we have Blaine Ochoa in studio. Blaine is Miss Houston. Blaine, what's up? How you doing?
Good. How are you guys?
Doing pretty good,
Doing great. Doing fantastic. I always forget. I always want to call you Blaine Ocho. I actually
know.
made that joke the other day.
It's not a joke. It was in your phone as Blaine Ocho. And I was like, it's Ochoa. Let me help you.
It's
There's
still
an A
in
at
there.
the end.
It's still in there as Blaine Ocho. But I think of Blaine Ocho Cinco. I think that would be great.
Wow.
Isn't he the football player?
Yes.
Yes. So you've been busy. You've been running around doing all kinds of stuff. What have you been up to lately?
Yes. Definitely just doing Miss Houston. A lot of different activities, going to different events, repping the city, meeting with different people. I've been focusing on modeling and singing and acting still, and then doing my stuff at the radio station and writing. So pretty busy. And Beauty with Blaine also.
Everything's beauty with Blaine, and it kind of makes that's something that you
Yeah,
had. We saw with Bayer Houston Magazine, right? How long have you been doing Beauty with Blaine segments, whether that's writing or your own blog?
Yeah, I guess for about, I want to say 2.5 years now, whether that was on the writing platform or, radio or my own website.
Cool. And you were in Beaumont working at a news station, right?
I was, yes. I worked for them for about a year. I loved it. I was doing advertising and sales, and I also contributed sometimes for the on-air segments, for the wardrobe segment and the beauty segment. So that was fun.
What is that like? Like working in TV in that capacity. Is it fun? Is it busy? Is it like stressful?
It's not. It's fun. It's definitely fun. And behind the scenes, when you're actually in the newsroom, it's a lot different than people view on, TV.
The product.
Yes.
Yeah.
But it's definitely a learning experience. It's exciting. You have to be on. You're going live. On TV. So, radio, which they can see us on Facebook, but radio you can hear you, but TV they can see you too.
Who
So
said
that into
some
consideration.
somebody?
You said it. You said okay. Kurt used to be on TV and news.
Really?
He said this is a direct quote, and this is I remember this. He said in 2007 that his news director was like, "I'll let you tell the story."
Yeah, the news director was like, you're too fat for TV. And I was like, wow. So then somebody on Saturday was like, oh, yeah, and you're too skinny for the radio. And I was like, wow.
Too skinny for
Too fat for TV, too skinny for the radio. So, like, what do we do?
That's so funny.
Social
Dang,
media.
I'm not that fat either.
I'm working on it, okay?
I wasn't that
donuts every
fat in
morning.
2007 either. But yeah, the news director, she didn't last very long at that TV station.
Does that make you happy? You got like a smile.
a
of
little
pleasure.
bit? I was like, gosh, serves her right. She was the reason why I was like, I'm gonna prove her wrong. And I was
prove them
actually,
all wrong.
I left that TV station
That's
and actually
hilarious.
started working as a TV personality as a like sophomore, junior in college.
Oh,
So like
wow,
I had
okay.
the same responsibilities as like people who had the degree and had been in the business for a while. And so I was like, proved her wrong.
Is that something you would like to pursue? I know you do some acting and music as well, but like even
Yeah.
the news or just see what kind of what's the choice for career? Just kind of doing a little bit of everything.
Yeah, definitely. I love writing, so definitely want to continue what I'm doing writing wise and with the magazine, and just expanding on that. I do love the TV industry, so I do love the news side of it. I would like, to do some part-time, here and there work for a news station, but ultimately my career goals is to be a singer and an actress in the entertainment industry.
That's fun.
But I never want to lose sight of that writing part of it too. So, being a singer, I do write songs as well, and so that I can still incorporate writing into that too.
Okay, that's cool.
How have you starred in any movies or any films?
I've done a few commercials, acting-wise, and then music-wise, I've released the single with my friend back in December. And so I'm actually working on a few independent things, so we're not going to release anything yet, but definitely working and building, on that, and just preparing for when the time is right to release.
I don't think I've ever heard you sing. We've been friends since, May?
Yes.
How can we get the track? Like, is it available on iTunes or Spotify or something like that, or download from your site?
Yes. Well, the Christmas album is on different sites, so Spotify or iTunes, Apple Music. Yes, it's not on my website, but you can.
So
you can go
Christmas
check it
album.
out.
You know what? What we can do is give that to Lighthouse Christian Ministries because they're doing an event for kids. It's called Kids Days,
Oh.
and it's Christmas themed, but it starts July 8th through August
Yeah,
2nd.
absolutely. And I can give you guys, a copy of it too, of the single especially.
That's
Are
fine.
we going to put that on our radio station now and play it? Because I don't like Christmas unless it's the week of Christmas.
Yeah, I love Christmas like all the time.
Yeah, me too. Well, at least like December, not all the time, but like December after Thanksgiving. Okay, it's time.
After
to-
Thanksgiving, yeah.
Yeah, playing the tree and everything. He got mad. Like 2017, whenever we first went on the air, it was about Thanksgiving time. And December, I was like, yeah, we were making the decisions, and he was like salty about it, like really, really mad. He's still mad about it now.
I
think,
am a
bit.
little mad about it.
He still is upset.
Yeah. It's okay. You'll be all right. You'll be all right. So we got Blaine Ochoa. She is Miss I almost said Miss Texas, which maybe I'm speaking that into existence. She's Miss
yes,
Houston.
right. Speak it into existence.
In 2 months, you're going to be, walking the stage and I guess answering questions. What kind of questions do they normally ask on that
Yeah.
panel stuff?
Really anything. So they have a bio sheet about you that they can go off of. So the girls fill it out prior, and so they can ask you anything, and that has to do with your life, your career, your goals, what you've done in the past, and then but also they can ask you anything about what's going on in society today. So anything that's happening, whether that's political, just any type of question.
Is it always
Personal.
controversial?
Not always, no.
Do you want a controversial question so you can show like, hey, I'm a genius too, or do you want something that's like the softball?
I'm good with either. I've answered both. It's fun to have something that's not as tough to the world. You get to see the girl's personality, but also, if they ask you a tougher question, it's good because we are educated women. We're
Right.
smart, we're educated, and we do like to, show our.
Kurt's about to try and ask a hard question.
I am. Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay, so what can Benjamin Netanyahu do to ease tensions with the United States?
Wait, can you say that again?
Yes, so what can I'm going to mess
You
up
can't
his
even
last name.
say the word.
Netanyahu do to ease tensions with the United States? He's the
Okay.
prime minister of Iran.
He can just stop.
Stop tensions.
Just stop the tensions. Everybody, what's
Yeah.
So I think that's kind of cool because
Snickers?
in college, I actually it's called extemporaneous speaking, where they give you a national event or like a world event, and you have 30 minutes to prep on it. So you have all of
So you
your
get to prep for 30 minutes.
Y'all
but you
don't
don't get prep.
No prep.
Do you know the what if you don't know the question?
You can just say, that's a great question. I apologize. I'm not up to date on that.
And that's
That
okay.
question.
I think that would probably be better than just like not necessarily knowing the answer.
Yeah, or trying to just say something, which is
Yeah.
good. Sometimes you should be just, whatever comes to your mind first, as long as it's a well-formulated answer.
Have
you
you
can say
have
that.
you been watching a lot of Miss Congeniality to get
I love that
tips
movie.
on how to do it? Or
I haven't watched it recently, but I love that movie. I've watched the first and the second one.
The first one's better, in my opinion. The first one's better than the second one. That's just me, though.
world peace?
World peace.
World peace.
That's the answer, right?
Yeah.
It always is. So it's 10.
Is that a joke amongst like contestants?
It can be, but no. Ultimately though, it's as silly or cliche as that is, ultimately you do want that.
right?
You
Cool.
really do. But
So, Beauty with Blaine. It's available in Bay Area Houston Magazine. It's also available on KHEA.com and our app. So, have you been able to share anybody? Be like, hey, have you checked out Beauty with Blaine on the KHEA radio app?
I have told a few people yes.
Very good.
Yes.
Very
it
cool.
looks great, by the way. The app
Thanks.
is exciting.
Yeah, we're excited about it as well.
I've had to make like 4 changes because Blaine's like, here's a sponsor. And so I add the logo. And then she's like, actually, we have no more. We can't do that.
We
And I'm
need to
like,
take it off.
I had to take it back to the original. I'm like, did all that work for nothing? Thanks, Blaine.
What does that look
We'll
like?
get there eventually.
With being Miss Houston, I'm guessing there's only certain people you're allowed to work with. Is that what that works like? Or is that-
Yes. Yeah, as Miss Houston, so I get a wonderful team of sponsors, given to me. So throughout my reign, I do have to use them. And, it's actually an honor, to use the ones that
Right.
I've been given. So I am required to work with them.
Blaine, how do you keep a level head? Because when I just heard the word throughout my reign, I'm like, man, I want to say that. Like, I just want to walk around and be like, during my reign. No, how do you keep a level head on that, I guess?
You have to take it day by day, and honestly, this is something I've wanted. So it's very exciting. So, I'm enjoying it, to the 100%. But you have to take it day by day, breathe, focus, God. I pray to God every day to help me, do the best I can, with the position. But yeah, and just kind of don't take everything so, I guess, what's the word I'm looking for? Don't put so much pressure on yourself, I guess, just everyday life.
Has there been any negative feedback?
I haven't gotten any negative feedback, no.
Do you think that there's some there? Because people, there's always, they use the term like haters. And it's sometimes people that are jealous or just like don't understand the process.
Yeah.
Kurt is a hater
Kurt,
sometimes.
I'm a
One,
little jealous.
That's the negative one right there. No, there's been no negative feedback, honestly.
That's good. If somebody was to approach you or, I don't know, you saw something, how would you handle that? Just ignore it or kind of handle it or have somebody else handle it? Be like, Kurt, get on him.
I would be like, I appreciate your concern and, thank you for letting me know, I guess how you feel. I wish you the best and that's all I can say.
Peace out. Hey, can we make sure that you're at our Talk of Taco cook-off? It's October 12th.
Yeah, that's fun. Tell me more about that. What is it?
Kurt, I'll let you go. I know you're itching.
Yeah,
to
so
talk about
how they do like barbecue cook-offs where they pick the best barbecue team. Well, we wanted one for tacos.
All
So we're
right, I
looking
like it.
for the best taco.
Ooh.
There's 4 categories: beef, chicken, seafood,
Can I
and
be
chef's
like a
choice.
judge?
Oh,
Yes.
celebrity judge.
Yeah.
Are you? Do you consider yourself a celebrity?
It's a funny question to ask somebody. I mean, no, I don't know. I think I'm a public figure, especially in the area, and I'd have to use that, in a great way. But I wouldn't call myself a celebrity.
Yeah. Is there
I don't
like a burden of responsibility, for you to be able to use your position and crown to try and, show some positive light to our area and not even just us, but
Absolutely.
like all around the world?
Absolutely, for sure. And I was born in Galveston, so born in Galveston County. So I love this area. I grew up in this area, as well as Houston. Houston, I love the city of Houston. I always hold that close to my heart. In the Bolivar Peninsula, grew up down there. So definitely, I want to, just do the best I can and utilize the crown in all areas.
What's life like in Bolivar? It's a little bit different, I would assume. I've been there, and it's a little different.
Yeah, it's small. It's a beach town, but I loved it. Definitely a unique learning experience. I grew up into a very small high school, public high school, and everyone's a family. It's a family life down there. There's not much, trouble or, just bad things that happen, I guess you could say. But yeah, I loved it.
Cool. It's 10:33. This is KHEA.com, 99.5 FM. We're talking to Blaine Ochoa. She is Miss Houston. You can also check her out on KHEA Radio as she has a segment called Beauty with Blaine. And we have done, I think, like 5. There's been about 5 or 6 Beauty with Blaines.
7. I think we just released 7.
Was that number 7?
Mm-hmm.
That was number 7.
I need to rewatch because they're all available on our Facebook page, and you can also check them out on our KHEA Radio app. So if you haven't checked out Beauty with Blaine yet, then make sure that you check it out.
So
Yes.
Yesterday when we released the video, there were some some beauty tips on some of the on-the-go stuff.
Yeah.
Can you talk a little bit about those products and kind of what they were like and why you chose those products for being on the go?
Yeah, so one of them was the Neutrogena makeup wipes, the little square ones. I love those. They're perfect if you're taking off your makeup. You can just put them in your pocket or in your purse. And I'm one who, if I'm staying over, not at my house, I always wash my face and take my makeup off. I think that's super important for one in your skincare routine. So that is really helpful for me when I'm on the go. Another one was the Maybelline, the lipstick, the matte lipstick. And so it's a long wear stay. And so it stays on all day long. And it's really great. And they have great colors, too. I think those are 2 of them. And I think I talked about Babe Lash also, which is a lash growing serum. And so you just apply it, and it really makes your lashes more voluptuous and fuller.
Kurt has a secret when it comes to lashes. His actually just came out, but he went to 365 Lash Spa, and he got some classic eyelash extensions. So
Really?
I had to sit there for an hour and a half as they individually put each eyelash. But he was popping, though.
Good. I like that. See, I've never done like the lash extensions. I just wear like the fake lashes.
Just put it in there, huh?
Yeah.
I was bragging to Naola the entire time. I'm like, I have better lashes than you do because she does the stick-on ones. But it was fun, except for the lady who was snoring the entire time, like in the room next to you.
I guess it's relaxing, or I don't
She
know.
fell asleep and was snoring. And the best part was she woke up and she goes, "Is that a guy getting her lashes done?" And said it really, really loud.
She's like, ha, ha.
And you're like, yes, thank you.
She was laughing at me, but I wanted to be like, yeah, well, you were snoring like a man. So, but I didn't. I held back until today. I just said it now.
Out publicly now.
This may actually be worse.
Yeah.
Say it this way.
Good job.
So yeah, here's Kelly Williams, which you know Kelly Williams, right?
I do, yes.
She was asking, what are some 3 top beauty tips that make your life easier? I know we already touched on some of those as well. Is there anything
Yeah.
else that comes to mind?
3 beauty tips. Obviously, I think I've said this before. So water, lots of sleep, and then take your makeup off. Every night. Getting a good cleanser and moisturizer. That's imperative for me. And then lashes. I love fake lashes. If you don't want to do fake lashes, do mascara. So it definitely just brings out your face and opens your eyes.
Why the eyes? Because I think I know the answer, but the
Yeah.
eyes. Why the eyes?
That saying the eyes are the window to the soul. No, but really, I think your eyes are just such a main part of your face and they're beautiful, and you just want to highlight on them. Everyone's unique and different. I think it really just brings your face and brightens your face up.
Okay, here's something that I wanted to touch on. Yesterday, me and Kurt had some headshots done, which was fun.
I look good. I'm sorry. You look good.
Okay. Yeah, of course. But anyway, so we got some headshots done, and we do a lot of video, so I feel comfortable in front of the camera. You know, I can talk, I can do this. But you know, standing still and like posing for a picture, sometimes I'm like trying not to feel awkward. And I've noticed some of the videos and behind the scenes stuff you post, like with the modeling, or hey, here's a headshot photo shoot.
Yeah.
It just looks natural. You've done it. You've been doing it. Do you have any tips for us? Because we ended up getting some amazing pictures. Thank you, Lauren, for doing that for us. But she had to work with us, and so like I was like, okay, I was trying to move like in between spots, between clicks, but she's like, and I'm like, okay, I'm moving now. But you make it look easy.
Well, thank you. It's not always easy. No, I mean, it's taken years, to get better with my modeling skills, but it's fun. It's just about being confident, and letting that shine through. And, a lot of when I do photo shoots, kind of get inside your head and just, focus. Just don't think about anything else, but just focusing on that camera and posing.
I was focused on everything else because my wife was standing over there being like, well, we need to go soon. I got Curt over. Oh, God.
I look like the worst.
Let me see.
Let me show you up here.
I'm like, so
Oh
still,
my God.
so it's like, just act natural. And I'm like,
Act natural. It's
I'm
like,
trying to, but apparently my hands don't know how to like
It's like
hang. And it's like, when I saw
So,
them, I'm like,
he's like,
oh,
I'll just-
these are going to look
You
awesome.
should work on your angles.
yeah, here, I'll show you. Okay,
No,
so
it's good.
we got some group shots, and here's a couple. So there's this one, and
so
then you can
funny.
swipe over this way. It's me and Curt. We got some photos together, which I
Aw,
think they
That's
captured
good.
pretty good. And then another one, sit down. So she's like, well, how do you feel comfortable? Like hands in pockets or something like that. So that's kind
I
of what
love
happened.
it.
I
But
love this one. That's my
That one's
favorite.
funny. That one's good.
yeah, I think
That
so.
one's
I
good.
think it's so as well. But here's another one. And Curt was like, man, I wish I wouldn't have tucked my shirt in. But the thing is, there's like hundreds. There's like hundreds of
That's a
photos
good
that she
one.
took. And she did a great job. She hooked it up, and
I love
and
it.
I'm excited. So
We
No.
actually look like we like each other in this one.
Y'all do.
Arm
Like me
around.
out.
here's the other thing. So it felt comfortable whenever we were posing together. I put my arm around him, and then he tried to put his arm around me, and I was just like, oh man, because like I
It
could
was
feel like that
awkward
little.
for me. It was like, oh,
Yeah, I
don't
was
want
like,
you
man.
touching me. Like, keep your arms away.
Well, we asked the photographer, and one thing we learned with video, you have to be able to take direction.
Yes.
And they are seeing what you don't, so you have to just trust them, even if it feels silly.
Absolutely.
So we
You
said,
never listen to me, though.
Or you can
you
practice
don't know what you're
ahead
talking
of time in a mirror. That helps. So then when you actually go to your photo shoot, you kind of know what looks good, what you like, what you don't like. So that helps.
yeah,
I do. I try in the mirror.
you just look uncomfortable. It just felt like awkward. Just like, what do I do? But it's not
what
easy.
do I do with my hands?
It's not easy.
It's not easy. Yeah, but yeah, we got some headshots, and we're excited about that.
We
So-
got
Love
a
it.
couple other questions here. What advice would you give a young girl who is interested in doing pageants?
Definitely try it. Definitely try it. I think there's so much good that can come from them. It builds your self-confidence. You learn a lot about yourself, especially in the process of preparing. That's always where I've grown, a lot. And they're a lot of fun too. You meet friends, you make connections. So definitely, there's a lot of positivity in them.
Wow.
Sure, go for it.
They start as babies. I know. Don't they start at that like?
You can. I didn't, but yeah, definitely they do have pageants for babies.
When did you start?
I started, my first one was National American Miss, and I was in junior high. Actually, I have a photo. I don't have it with me, but yeah, I was young.
Wow. And have
then
you
I
been doing
stopped.
them consistently? Oh, you
No,
stopped.
I did. I did that one, and then I did my next one in high school, and then I did one after high school, and then in college I did one, and then at Texas State, I won that one. I was Miss Derby Days.
Cool.
And then I started doing the system I'm in now, the Miss USA system, after I graduated college.
Mm-hmm. And you went to school for communications,
I
right?
did communication studies.
Was the college experience like pretty good for you?
I loved it. And I was in a sorority, so Delta Gamma, so DG alum, and it was perfect. I loved Texas State. The campus was beautiful. Took my education seriously, graduated, and had a lot of fun with my sorority sisters.
Mm-hmm. Cool.
How does that help you with what you're kind of doing as Miss Houston?
How does what help me?
The college experience, getting that communications degree.
I mean, I personally really enjoyed my communications degree because one, you speak to everybody, you speak to people on a regular basis, so it's imperative to have good conversation skills, and be able to speak to people and different people of all types. And so it definitely helped and definitely was beneficial. And yeah, so I think education is very important. I loved my college experience.
Cool. It's 10:42. This is KHEARadio.com, 99.5 FM. Hey, good morning, Jazz, Mackenzie, Kelly, Sarah, Andre, everybody that's hanging out with us, Angie as well. We are talking to Blaine Ochoa. She is Miss Houston. She also has a segment called Beauty with Blaine that is on KHEA Radio. We dropped a new one yesterday. If you haven't seen it yet, make sure that you go and check it out. Share it out. If you have any questions or topics that maybe you'd like Blaine to touch on or advice, you can ask now, or maybe send us a message and we'll pass it to Blaine and see if you can touch on it in the future.
Definitely want to hear from you. Definitely want to learn what you guys want to know about and see how I can help.
What do you want to know about, Kurt?
I don't know. I want to try the crown on. I've been eyeing it.
We can do that.
Oh, man. We got to take a break for that. So we're going to take a break. It's KHEA Radio, 99.5 FM.
I feel like people are going to screenshot it when it happens. And then
I know. And then
that's what
it'll be like, oh, gosh.
I do kind of want it.
He wants it. He wants photos of him going around the internet with the
crown you. That would be cute.
He's like,
make it happen. Let's go. No, is that rude? Like, is it rude to pass off the crown to somebody else
who hasn't earned it?
She's like smiling, and then on the inside, she's like, "This is killing me."
She's like, "No,
no, it's good. We can definitely do it.
No, it's not.
You want to do it? Let's get a photo."
Yes, Gardy, you got the picture.
I can do that. Okay. I can do that. Yeah, knock it out, Kurt. Do what you got to do. What? I have my phone right here. What do you want? You want me to be like, come leave my station and come over here and like follow you?
I want the best shot possible. Do I have to stand?
Well, I'd get Aldridge to use your phone.
Okay.
Yeah. Because he's over there.
So you're gonna have to help me put it back on my head properly.
Wait,
it goes in.
Oh wow.
Kurt, you're just messing everything up today. Okay. So Kurt, you get down on your knees.
Oh yeah, you got it.
Something.
Can I see this on video?
Yeah. Can you see it? Kurt wants everybody to see him getting crowned as he is putting on the crown that is Miss Houston. Okay, oh. The other thing that's cool is the ring.
Oh, yeah.
The ring's a part of it too, right?
It hurts. Yeah. Like it's sharp.
Kurt, it's not easy wearing the crown.
Did you get a photo or should
It's a Game of Thrones. Everybody wants to be able to wear the crown, but nobody wants to put up with what it takes to get it, It's hard work. He looks so natural in it. Like,
so then I'm scared to drop it.
You got to tilt it on the side of your head. It looked like that baby with the crown.
I can do. I just need to see like a little
like a reflection?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's sharp.
You think? See, I doesn't bother
Here you go.
me, but
so we're getting Blaine putting the crown back on where it belongs, really.
Yeah, people are jealous. They're like, "Oh man, I want to put it on."
Jess said, I kind of want to try it on. Well,
it was great. I mean, it was worth it.
Did you like it?
Did you feel the power?
Let me see the pictures.
Did you feel different?
Oh, my hair's a mess.
Tell us about your experience.
Oh, man. I thought it was going to be more magical. Like, like the music would start and then it'd be like... And you are...
That was Gardy's fault with the music.
I could have played something.
Isn't that what happens in Miss Congeniality? Like, the guy starts singing, and they're like, and the world is great.
The host?
The host, starts singing.
Happens to be a great, operatic singer. That's like...
Breaks out and dance. Or in Miss Congeniality.
So what's up with the ring? Because I see, is that a part of the crown?
It's actually, it resembles my crown, yes.
It does.
The designer is amazing. It's by Lewis Jewelers, so it matches.
Ooh, they're local.
Yes. Webster. It's gorgeous.
Yeah. Do they do that? Do they give a ring to the people that win? Is that how that works?
Yes.
Do you get to keep both of those?
I do. And I have a necklace. I'm not wearing it, but I have a necklace that also resembles my crown.
Very cool.
Very thankful for it.
So does every winner get those then? Is it like passed off are you going to have to give back the ring, or is the ring yours to keep forever?
It's mine to keep forever.
But you have to give back the crown.
I don't. It's mine forever.
That one's yours.
Seriously?
And the sash, yes.
That's awesome. Like, that's kind of cool.
You can put it on a little crown box or shelf.
Yeah, display.
Forever. Mm-hmm.
So Miss Texas is coming up. It's going to be, you said, in a couple months. So Miss Texas, how many people are going to be competing to wear the Miss Texas crown?
There's normally about 100 women that compete.
Wow.
So I'm not sure how many this year, but it'll be around that number.
How do we get on the judging panel so we can make sure that we pick the right winner?
Worst because it would be hard to pick because when you get up, I mean, Miss Houston, it might be easy, but as you start going up to Texas and Miss United States and then Miss Galaxy, all the competition is
Miss Universe,
Miss Intergalactic Space Station,
Miss Universe. I like Miss Galaxy. Is it Miss Galaxy? Isn't that one?
I don't know.
It is
Kurt.
one. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
What the requirements are for that one, but that is one.
But you go up the ranks. Texas is the next step, and
Texas,
it's going to be
then USA, and then Universe.
How many competitors are in Miss Texas?
About 100.
How many are in Miss Houston?
There is about 50, so this was actually the largest it has been ever, I believe.
Wow.
So yeah, there was a good amount of girls.
Were you Miss League City or no? Well, so how does it work to get to Miss Houston? We were wondering that. How do you get to be that?
You apply, meet with the director and the team to see if you're approved, and then you just fill out paperwork and just have to be approved.
Wow.
Make sure you qualify.
Are there Miss League Cities or Miss Lamarck or?
There are for going into Miss Texas. So say you don't win a local title. So for example, Houston is a local title. You have to win it, and as well as Dallas, San Antonio, Austin, some of the bigger cities. And then there used to be a KHEA. KHEA went to. But anyway, so if you don't win one of the local pageants, you have to go in as a different town, city, so you can, the girls don't win it, but you just represent the area, kind of that where you were born or where you grew up in. So you could be, Miss Bay Area, Galveston County.
That's cool.
For the USA system.
One of the things that I think is really cool and really unique about the Miss Houston and all of these pageants is it's not just about going up there and being, a pageant contestant. I guess it's about the community service. I've seen, we follow you and you're out in the community. You're going to these places with kids. Can you talk a little bit about that piece?
Yeah, so that's something that, the pageants, it's not about just being beautiful. It's inner and outer beauty. It's what you're doing in the community. It's giving back. It's, what you're doing professional-wise. You're to be educated and knowledgeable. But yeah, so definitely the community side of it. I love people. I love giving back. I do help with a variety of different charities and an organization. So that's been fun. Definitely for me to use, being Miss Houston and use that on a greater scale and meet different people and see how I can help more.
Man, I wish the Taco Taco Cook-Off was before Miss Texas, so that way you could be like, well, I just got done helping support positivity in the community, giving back to the United Way, where I was a part of this Taco Taco Cook-Off, and they'd be like, oh, I'm intrigued. Tell me more. So,
well, we can do it after.
She's
That's
Miss
okay.
Texas.
Yeah,
for Miss USA, we'll do it on the stage, okay?
But Miss Texas, when she's Miss Texas and has to come to
Miss
the
USA.
event, to
Oh,
our
that'd be
Taco
cool, too.
Taco,
Yeah.
it just won't be Miss Houston anymore.
Yeah.
And be Miss Texas is coming to
I
the
get
Taco.
it, Kurt. I got it the
It'd be
first time you
awesome.
said it. I don't know
Okay.
how many times you got to say it.
I'm speaking
I
into
get it.
existence.
Yes,
I get
thank
it.
you.
Okay, we got 2.5 minutes, and we can go on the FM, and then we'll talk it out. But time goes by quick, in this room. I feel like it speeds up. So we're having
How
fun
does
hanging
it
out.
2.5 hours? How do we do this every day?
I don't know. I have to use the
Anyway,
restroom
how long
30 minutes ago.
Is y'all's show?
2.5 hours.
2.5 hours. That's a long time.
It is. My bladder has gotten a lot better over as we're talking about.
Yeah, it's amazing how that works. I don't know.
How do throughout the day, the rest of the day, I'm constantly taking my phone into the restroom.
He said he sets his phone. This was my beauty tip.
Yeah.
I said
Let's hear
your
it.
phone is full of germs. You sit it, use it, your hands are on it, you set it down, do this, drop it on the floor, put it in your pocket, and then we pick it up and put it on your face, right? Well, he was like, yeah, when I use I set it on the toilet. I was like, you set it on the
my
what?
goodness.
He was like, yeah, I set it on the toilet and I pick it back. What if I'm watching a video? I'm like, you're disgusting. Don't do that.
Don't touch my phone. You don't have to worry about it.
I don't touch your phone.
Gross.
But you had Aldridge take pictures on it. And he has your
Aldridge, you should probably go wash your hands.
Yeah, but that's a good
No.
thing. You like your phone. Just think about it before you just maybe wipe it off or sanitize it. I don't know. somehow.
Before you put it on your face, and then you have to have all that acne on your face. Yeah.
Yeah. You know, my face has been pretty good. I need to go back and see
skin
Desiree.
looks great. I was about to say, you look really fresh.
I shine my forehead. Oh, no, I got this stuff from Desiree. It's like a 3-part system, right? So it's a special face wash, which I'm out, and my wife went and bought some more because she had some stuff done. And then there's a spray, and it's like a misting spray.
Yeah,
it's refreshing. I don't
okay.
know what it is.
Your face looks, really
Well, it's
clean.
really shiny. And I just have a shiny forehead, and that's bugged me for forever. And my wife is like, no, it's a good thing. I don't know. Because like I look at this video, and I'm like, it looks like I just like get like a polished cloth. I'm like, you know,
Squeaky clean.
Yeah. So I don't know, but thanks.
Too funny.
I just use hand sanitizer and put it on my face.
You know, you need some more. I mean, you don't need it, but more Botox wouldn't be bad for you because I think it's wearing
Don't
off
get me
on your
started
forehead.
on this again because I was just getting really happy with how my forehead looked again.
Squinch it up.
18 seconds.
Squinch it up. No, the other way.
It looks
Squinch
good.
it up.
You've done-
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Kurt. See, whenever you're only 30 years old, man.
I like
You got
my
a
forehead.
life in that Buddha body. Here we go. Good morning. This is KHEA Radio 99.5 FM. This is Kickstart. I'm Gardy.
And I'm Kurt.
It's 10:53 on a Monday morning. TGIM. We're excited. We got Blaine Ochoa, Miss Houston. She's going to be competing in the Miss Texas pageants taking place in Houston in a couple months. We're excited. We're going to be rooting her on here at KHEA Radio. If you haven't checked out Be With Blaine, Kurt, how can somebody do that?
And you can do it by checking out our Facebook page. Just search for KHEA Radio on Facebook. Share out the page. Share out the videos. Share out. I mean, here's what I encourage everyone to do. And this this is the easiest way to do anything to help support KHEA Radio. Is share out everything that we post. Literally everything.
Share it to all your friends.
Share it to all your friends.
Like,
Go to the
comment.
community tab. Invite them to like the page.
It's easy.
Our goal is 10,000 likes by August 1. You think we can make it happen, Gardy?
Yes. If we have Blaine's friends like KHEA Radio, the answer is yes.
You need to do
we're
some
at
more promoting.
Yes.
8,192, I think, is what we're at right now. So we need, what, 1,800 more? I can't math. Mr. 83 IQ over
We're
here.
not mathematicians. Blaine, what's up? How are you doing today?
I'm good. How are you guys?
Good. I'm excited that you were able to come in because you've
Me
been so
too.
busy.
Mm-hmm.
And what have you been up to?
Just a lot of working. I recently did stop my full-time job, though, so I have a little bit more free time to focus on Miss Houston and doing more with the radio station and writing.
All right. Have you had the opportunity to move a little bit closer this way yet, or are you still in that transition?
I'm transitioning, yes. So by the end of July, I should be in Houston.
All right. That's cool.
Mm-hmm.
That's going to be a lot easier to get around and do some of those other events
It
because
will.
I-10 gets long. It can get long.
However, it could be better than if you're in Houston and then going to one other part of Houston because that can equally take just amount of time.
Is it a good opportunity to clear your head? Like if you have to do a little drive, just kind of chill?
Because I love music and podcasts, so it gives me perfect time to just think and relax and
Cool.
What is Miss Houston listening to?
What is? I love music. So actually, I have a playlist that I started like about a month ago. It's my Road to Miss Texas / Miss Houston playlist.
That's cool.
So I have like Sia on there and Carrie Underwood's Champion song, just different things that kind of get me pumped up and really just inspire me.
Ooh, there's like champion songs. I am a champion.
I hope it's not that before he cheats. If it's Carrie Underwood, like
No.
this gets me pumped up.
Not that one.
I drag my keys into this, like, yeah.
It comes up in a different way.
I had a friend, and he used to date this girl, and like we'd go out to karaoke, and that was like her jam. And now, like, we'd just sit there and be like, dude, don't cheat, like, don't ever, like, whatever you do, you shouldn't anyways. But why she's so excited singing this song? She like wants
my
you to,
gosh.
so she can like go take that
Go
the keys to
crazy.
everything. She would be pumped up. Song got her hyped.
It's a little much.
Is there any like like I'm super competitive. Like it's pretty obvious. Like I walk around, I'm like, we're the best. Like if you're not, like get out of my way. Like pushing people aside. Is that kind of the same thing? You're like, oh, it's my crown, and you're pushing the person aside. It's like, ha ha.
No. No. But I mean, it does get competitive, especially within like myself. I want to be better than I was, before and work harder than ever. So, yeah, I mean, and girls are competitive, just like, guys too. So it's kind of like a sport.
Yeah.
You know, but not in a rude way.
How do you measure that though? Like even like, hey, I want to improve. Do you just kind of notice like little things, or actually take videotape? Like, how do you see if you've been improving, or like what you need to work on?
Yeah, so I guess if you're doing, you know, fitness or evening gown, you do record. You record, you take measurements, you know, you look at your sizes, you look how you're walking down the runway, and just, you know, see what you can change and get better on, definitely improve.
At the beginning of the show, Kurt was talking about the difference between guys and girls, and his direct quote was, girls can be salty, and I think everybody can, but he was just saying, like, me and Kurt, we'll sometimes get into it, probably at least once a day, about something silly, sometimes something serious,
Yeah.
but once we squash it or decide to move on, you know, 5 minutes later, we can go on about it. And he was kind of describing situations, or he's like, man, girls can hold grudges, but I mean, guys can too. But what are your thoughts? I'm doing a bad job explaining this.
I feel like guys, like it's one of those mentalities of like you hit each other, knock it out, and then you're good. Girls, it's like, I'm never talking to her again. She's never coming over to the work party. Like,
is that accurate, or do you think it can be both ways for girls too?
I think it can be both ways, definitely. Especially, I mean, guys and girls, and everyone's different. You know, some people hold grudges, some people don't. Some people just move on faster than others. I think it's kind of funny. Like, it goes to show, I guess, with like a sibling situation, you know,
Right.
what you're saying. Like, you know, say my sister and I, or brother or I can just get mad at each other, you know, and 5 minutes later we're good. You're like, let's go, you know, do whatever. So, yeah, I just think people are different.
So we're about out of time. One more question I want to ask, and then we're going to see if there's anything else you want to share. Is there anybody who's been able to like mentor you, or someone that you look up to as a mentor in this process, or just life in general, and how have they been able to help you?
Yeah, definitely. I one of my good friends is Joanne King Herring, and so she's been a great inspiration to me. She does a lot in the city of Houston. She was on Charlie Wilson's War. That movie was about her, and she's just done a lot of work internationally, in the country of Afghanistan, and just with politics. And I've had the opportunity to get to know her and learn from her, and she's been a big inspiration and light in my life, for sure.
And is there anything else you'd like to share at all, or how people can follow you on social media, maybe check out your website?
Yeah, you can go to beautywithblaine.com. Actually just updated it a little bit, so it's changed up and looks better than before, so go check it out. Or you can follow me on Instagram at Blaine Janelle. And yeah, just let me know, you guys, what you want to hear and learn about in regards to beauty, health, and fitness, or pageant questions, life questions. If you need advice, reach out. I'm always here.
Thank you so much for hanging out with us today and making time. I know you're very
Thanks,
busy.
guys.
This has been Kickstart. It's 11 o'clock. KHEARadio.com, 99.5 FM. Make sure that you go download the KHEA radio app. It's available everywhere. Just search KHEA. It'll pop up. Do it.
coming up tomorrow, we're going to be talking to Dr. Aaron Chapa starting at 8:30 for Chapa Talk. And then Rockwell and Chris Langford is going to be in at 10 o'clock talking about real estate. So make sure that you tune in to Kickstart tomorrow starting at 8:30.
This is KHEA Radio, 99.5 FM. Coming up next is Versus. The song's called Your Love. Stay tuned.
Bye, guys.
All right.
Stream over.
Are we still on Facebook?
A little bit.